Hi everybody, how's it going?
Oh shit.
Welcome to the Dapper D.
Oh wow!
I'm so
You really just thrust us into that, didn't you?
I mean, I'll be stroking hot.
I didn't even post my shit. I wasn't ready.
Oh, do it all.
I don't think anybody was. Hi, I'm Dippy.
No, you're not even ready. Look at this
And
layout.
that's Dadley, because he introduced me.
Look at this layout, Dono. You're not ready.
And welcome.
That's over my face.
Oh
Mike
no!
Wazowski
Wait,
over
really?
here.
Is it?
Fixing it right
Yeah.
now. Hey, you guys, we did the opening.
And welcome to the Dapper Ds, the only show where there are 4 balls between 3 men.
I wasn't ready for anything to have happened in the first minute. What the fuck?
Welcome to the Dapper Ds, where the
my
scariest thing that you'll
God.
see all stream is absolutely nothing.
Yeah?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Dono? You're the one that hit record. You're the one that was like, yeah, we're ready. That's what you come out the gate with?
Oh god! Wow!
Hi, welcome to the Halloween episode, also known
It's
as
the
Dapperween.
The finale of Dapperween.
Before we really get into it, I do want to stress 2 things right off the bat. One, November 3rd.
Mhm.
November 3rd is the charity live streams. We are starting
coming up
Extra Life
really
charity live
fast,
streams.
guys.
Add it to your calendar November 3rd through the 7th. We are having a ton of amazing content creators coming on ANI, as well as the familiar faces that you're used to seeing. Running one-shots and one-page RPGs, ending with a DMs roundtable. It's going to be a lot of fun. November 3rd is where it all kicks off. Add it to your calendars. We are all very excited. The 3 of us here are running shit for it, actually.
Yeah.
And the second thing is we are all supposed to dress up in Halloween costumes.
There's also a third thing, but we'll talk about that after that.
There's a third thing?
Yeah, there's a third thing.
What's the third thing?
I'll tell you what the
quick, I
third
just
thing
wanted
is
to
later.
say, my Halloween costume is what 16-year-old me thought 26-year-old me would look like.
My Halloween costume is Jake from State Farm if he went on vacation.
I am cosplaying as my dear friend Quay Mess with cat ears, a cat pillow, and I guess
Hoodie and everything.
yes. Hi Ace, how's it going?
It's a good emulation. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you. It's a good emulation.
I am emulating their energy that they give. The only thing I need is like some witches' skulls and stuff.
Oh, it's perfect. Oh my gosh.
A third thing.
Mm-hmm.
This upcoming Inquisition episode, we are doing a giveaway with Hexwood Games. Yeah, get that going. We're gonna be doing a giveaway during then. Currently,
Absolutely.
they wanted me to look like, oh, dope, nice, Primal Goddess. What?
So we have what's the word? We've had previous contact with the good people over at Hexwood Games.
Yes.
And we have plans to get one of them onto one of our shows for the charity
Yes.
stream.
Art is planning on being in the Friday stream.
Which will be the game that I'm running.
Yeah.
But our other Friday game, the other game that I run, is going to partner up with him very quickly and shortly for that, to give away one of their products.
Yes. The situation is that we had a giveaway a while ago with them, and the winner of said giveaway never confirmed their winnings, and so they reached out to us and said that they still had another tray to be able to be given away and would like us to do that for them. So
Right.
we're gonna do another surprise giveaway.
So
mark that on your calendars.
Dapper D's viewers, listeners,
28th?
people, share this news with your friends and with your family members, because there's a free thing up for grabs this Friday. We're going to be playing our regular Friday game, the Inquisition, this Friday, and it'll be available to anyone who is participating in that stream.
Yeah. Nobody outside of the United States. Sorry,
Yeah,
Australia.
No shipment outside of the United States.
Yeah, that's
but-
the
Fuck
only
them
condition.
Canadians.
Oh gosh. So yeah, please tune in tune into the Inquisition nonetheless because it's a pretty good show.
It's pretty
And
good.
and I run it. I should know. But
Dippy's
tune
probably
in
gonna kill me at some
this
point.
If anyone's dying, I think it would be. Ooh, who would die in the Inquisition? I don't think any of us are at that point yet. None of us are too chaotic.
No,
I mean,
one of you
sometimes-
is.
Min, maybe Emily's character.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they did raise a hag from the dead,
Correction,
so you know.
2 of you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
So, yeah. But yeah, go over to the Inquisition. There's gonna be a Hexwood Creations giveaway during the next stream. If you're watching this after, let me look at my calendar. If you're watching this after Friday, October 28th, it's already too late to enter into it because the stream will have already happened and the giveaway will have already happened. So by the time this episode goes up on YouTube, it's probably gonna be unless Dono uploads it immediately after it's done and I get to it immediately after it's done.
Going on? Oh yes.
Just giving a disclaimer for people who may be watching the rerun of this. Those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube and watch this stuff, thank you. It means a lot that you watch through our VODs and our episodes.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Dono, I know you have no idea what just happened. You ended. What's going on? Yes.
Actually, he's talking about stuff going on for the people watching after. Yeah. I don't want to do it. Maybe.
Oh boy.
My wife's not very distracting.
So
Look at my pumpkin. I'm kidding.
it's the
Look at
my pumpkin.
No.
So
Fucking
this episode of the Dapper Ds.
Dippy, can I just say your pumpkin looks like an eldritch horror in the corner of your freaking
I know.
It's like,
Because he kind of is.
Your
Like,
pumpkin. How do I word this? How do I word this politically correct? Your
What?
pumpkin looks like if Kirby rode the short bus.
Oh my god. Deadly.
Deadly, Chair Jenkins.
Jeez.
I say that with love.
Wow.
I have a kid who rides it
You know
sometimes.
that thing is over like 20 years old, right?
Oh,
We got
Really?
that as a decoration for like one of my first Halloweens.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That makes me uncomfortable. That pumpkin can drink.
Hey, buddy. Oh my
All
god.
right. Is there any more
So-
announcements? Oh, sorry. Yes, go.
Announcements?
I think we're good with announcements.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think
check
we're
out our
good.
merch store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buy
go
merch.
check out the
It's
merch.
gonna get a revamp soon.
Yeah.
We're
Uh,
probably
yeah,
I
media
know
about
that
that.
I have a design that's going up there soon in relation to one of the most recent Crossroads memes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to? Do you?
It's futile.
I'm
I
not
want
gonna
to
say
show
what it
some
is.
behind the scenes because we can talk about that for a second.
Yeah. What? Oh.
That is the most niche T-shirt you want to make ever. Why?
I don't
you want
know.
to put that on a shirt?
Because like random people would fucking wear that shit. Like we just
Yeah,
gotta
it's-
put like an orange D20 on it.
Merch shouldn't
that's
be
rolling?
like merch shouldn't be super obvious.
Yeah. Like
I'll take this sidebar with Dono.
Mhm.
Merch, YouTuber merch. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna put this in.
one of the
And we're
things that I
once
want to do
again
with the merch.
operating- We're once
This is
again
like
operating with a
behind like
dedicated topic
behind the
list.
curtain. What something I want to do is start making like random shirts, but like have the ANI logo on the back,
Yeah.
like on like in the upper shoulder area. So it's like, oh, okay, it becomes a bit more like a company
Yeah.
and stuff, like a brand. So like random people coming in, it's like, oh, that's a cute shirt. I'll buy that. That looks funny, like
Yeah.
something that's found. But also then have like shirts that are towards campaign, you know, or
What is,
So there's, like-
what is it? I have to pull up the design. that
it's
you guys
Feudal
designed.
X.
Yeah.
Feudal
So
X.
Yes.
There's two different like ways that a YouTuber or a like new media platform does merch. They either do it 100% with the idea that they're going to brand themselves and they're selling themselves as part of their merch, you know, with their icon or their brand or their like joke or whatever, or they're like just whatever they use to brand their channel, they sell their channel on their merch. Sometimes that takes the form of a mascot, whatever. The other kind of merch, the one that I like, is when it's not connected to the channel at all and it just
Yes.
looks nice regardless.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which I'd like to put some of those designs in like the merch situation.
Yeah.
Some
Just
So where does Feudal X lay on that side? Because no offense, in my opinion, it's so niche it doesn't even represent ANI, and it's not a pretty design. It's just the FedEx logo.
Hey,
I don't know.
I said it could be a sticker, but if Donald wants to make it a shirt, then
I don't
A
know,
sticker,
man.
I am much more okay with.
Okay.
A sticker is fine.
We can discuss
So,
more later. I don't know, man. I just like, oh, cool. That's a cool design. Put it on a shirt. Fucking whatever.
if you wanted to do like a compilation,
We could do like a polo and make it
videos.
actually look like a FedEx shirt.
A polo.
So fucking FedEx workers can
This is
win.
how you know Dono doesn't handle a lot of merch. Dono, how expensive is it to make a polo?
I don't know. Like
So much money. So much
That's a
money.
lot. It's a lot.
like 20 bucks maybe. I don't know. Ah, thank you.
Ah, thank you.
Ah,
Participating in
Ah,
Price is
hey,
Right.
thank you for the prime sub.
Ah, thank you for the prize up.
Thank you for the prime sub.
I can't believe it's already 7 months and my mom has listened to a lot of Dapper D's episodes with me over these
Hey.
months.
Oh,
Well, hi,
Ew.
Mom.
well, hello, Primal Goddess's mom.
Hi, Mom. We are a mom-friendly show. We appreciate
We
moms.
are.
Very.
We love moms deeply.
We
Mhm.
love moms. So, listen, I'm going to try to very gently guide this train back onto the
I'm his
rails
older.
that it just came off of. Listen,
My
I'm going
bad.
to take this nice and slow, bring the energy down a little bit.
All right, yeah.
Over the past month,
Bananas.
over the past month, we've been celebrating a little bit of an in-channel holiday on this show, the Dapper Ds Dapperween. We started it off with a spooky game. We continued it with a spooky tabletop game that was run by
Spooky
our
tabletop.
friend here
Hi.
in conjunction with his birthday.
Mhm.
Yes.
Thank you for turning 1 year older. It means a lot to us.
Oh, absolutely. I could tell by all the birthday wishes I got.
Mhm.
And we're gonna this is obviously not the last Friday of the month, the last Monday of the month, but next Monday is Halloween.
Yeah.
Two
And
of
two
the
of the
people
three of
in
us,
here-
yeah,
Are
have
two.
kids and we
Two of
can't
the-
stream.
Mhm.
Yeah, two of the people in here have kids, and one of them doesn't. So
As far as
not-
he knows.
that would be really disturbing.
All right, Jesus, calm down.
Oh God, the immaculate.
You know what Jesus said a lot? Come to me.
Oh God.
That was a terrible
So-
joke. I'm sorry.
So
With our arms
we're
wide
ending
open.
off the month of the month of Dapperween a little bit early.
What?
We did not look like to avoid that shit.
And
No, it's not.
honestly, we need I need to address like an elephant in the room that's going to be playing on my mind because
Okay.
I don't know how many people who concurrently watch the Dapper Ds also watch our main show on Saturday.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The Crossroads campaign that is now running about 8 episodes strong, with last Saturday's episode being the 8th episode.
Mhm.
But I've gone through like a bit of an emotional roller coaster over the past 4 days, with the events of that episode only leading to like a different elevation on that roller coaster than I was expecting. This weekend has been a really long and tumultuous one for me for a couple of personal reasons, and it was accentuated by the events of the last episode of Crossroads. And I will take the time now to explain that, because I haven't had the time to explain it to either of these gentlemen or the people who may have been watching, why I was very distressed, why I was, for lack of a better way of putting it, a little upset.
Hmm.
For those of you who haven't watched episode 8 of Crossroads, it will be up on YouTube soon. I recommend you go watch it first. But like as just a live telling, there are spoilers for episode 8 of that game. So it's not a huge spoiler. It's a huge spoiler for the episode, but not for the overarching story in general. My character, Kenna, had a little bit of trouble with their love interest in the game, like a lot of trouble. And it turned really bad really quick, and it turned really sour really quick. And it led me down this pathway of thinking about like my real life.
Mhm.
Recently, in fact, just yesterday, I capitalized on this. I was invited to a wedding that I attended, that I went to for a very dear friend of mine who went to college with me in like my last year of college. Her name is Winter, and she just got married the last afternoon to a very handsome man by the name of Justin. They are now happily married as husband and wife. But before I knew Justin, I knew Winter as the second woman who I had ever asked out in a formal context ever.
Okay.
Uh, Winter, the situation was really funny in the moment because it was obviously just this thing of, I asked her out, and then she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." She showed me her hand and that she already had her engagement ring from this person on. And I
Oh
was like,
wow.
"Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And she was like, "Oh, don't be upset. Like you don't have to apologize. You're only the second person who ever asked." So I find it
Wow.
really sweet.
That is
We
really
became really
sweet.
fast friends.
Mhm.
And we spent a lot of time in my last semester talking to each other, getting to be like fairly formal friends, but still very good friends.
Mhm.
And it really brought up this. I'm glad that I'm bringing the tone down because it needs to be down for a scary episode, but it really brought me to this place that I've been for a large portion of my life, which is alone. I've only ever been in one formal relationship ever. And it was and that was at this point almost 10, maybe 11 years ago, coming up on 11 years ago. And fast forwarding from the time that I asked Winter out and failed and became friends with them to the time that Crossroads began, Dono approached me with the idea of having a love interest built into Kanna's backstory for the beginning of the game. And a majority of my session 0 for that game dealt with that. We had individual ones, we had group ones, but I invested a lot of time into building something that I could be semi proud of, saying that I was trying to invest in and build an emotional relationship with whether they be fictional or not, a character in character.
You got invested to telling the story. Like
Trying to improve,
Mhm.
for lack of a better way of putting it, at being, again, for lack of a better way of putting it, in a relationship with someone in a game. I also wanted to do that in a secondary way with my good friend Dadley's character here, because before the game even started, I knew that I wanted to be pre-related to one of the other characters. So we came up with the brothers concept.
Yes. Which is the first time I've ever played any sort of relative sibling in a D&D campaign as well. So I feel you. Like,
all of this to say, when this past Saturday's episode came and went and the events of it happened, I was not prepared for it at all. I was more heavily distraught by it than I initially let on. And going to the wedding yesterday and watching the second woman that I had ever asked out get married to someone who I know she's going to be deeply and very heavily invested in love with for what would maybe more than likely be the rest of her life. And me sitting there it was a tough experience. It wasn't tough like I hated it. Like I wouldn't have gone if I didn't want to support them.
Mhm.
And I obviously loved seeing it, but introspectively, I don't know. It's something that I didn't expect
Mhm.
to coincide with something else. Like the game coinciding with it in the way that it has was not something that I was expecting.
Yeah, I can
So
totally see that.
now I want to direct my attention from the audience explaining the story to you, Dono.
Okay.
You did a wonderful job doing what you did. You had no way of knowing what I was going through because I didn't tell you. You don't have to apologize for what you did, but you emotionally affected me in a way that I didn't think I could be. And it's something that I've been thinking about, and it's just, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just very happy to call you my friend.
I'm gonna have to call you my friend too, dude. Like, I wouldn't have felt like there's a reason that I felt comfortable with giving you this type of an option. I didn't know what was going on with you, like emotionally. Hi, bud. Do you want to get a hug? I obviously, like you said, I wouldn't have had an idea. Okay, go take that. I wouldn't have had an idea of what was going on. Milo, can you go talk to Mama about getting your pants on? Sorry, I'm trying to have an emotional talk with you, but my son is just like...
Obviously, I didn't tell you about it either. So, like, I didn't tell anyone about it.
It's okay.
So no one had any right of knowing, but...
Yeah. But, like, I feel like we've built a very strong relationship as friends within these last couple years. And, like, getting to know one another and everything. But you gotta go in the other row.
I am so sorry for laughing. Just I understand dad life. Like I get what's not
Yes.
like yeah.
Just stripping
We
off
don't have to
camera.
apologize either.
But God damn. I wouldn't like. It's hard. Like, I was when I first started doing like Adventures Initiative, I was a pretty serious DM. I had like extreme plot hooks and shit like that and whatnot. And then after the fiasco of that was first campaign and everything, I changed my stuff. I became a little softer. What? I became a little bit softer, and now this campaign, I was like, okay, I want to challenge myself to make like a mixture of the two. Like, I want you guys to be able to have fun, but also be able to drop hooks. You are being extremely rude right now, buddy. I don't know where your tablet is. I love you. Just know that I'm doing all this stuff for a reason, and I'll be right back.
Yes, please be right back.
I know this is mostly between you and Dono, but I just want to chime in that like good for you, Dippy, for just saying something. I know a lot of guys who would just head down, say, yeah, that happened, that sucks, and move on. And
Yeah.
I have seen more than I'd like to admit a lot of people I have once cared for go on to be in very successful and happy relationships. If anyone knows the movie Good Luck Chuck, that was like my role for quite a while.
Wow, what a pull.
I know.
My God.
Yes. Dane Cook, right? That was my role for quite a while. So it's the bittersweet feeling. It's very much like I'm happy you found somebody that makes you happy, but now you have something to compare to, and it makes you feel low. And I get it. I really get it. I've been there many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give Dono the floor again.
Okay. But yeah, like, I feel like I've built a comfortable enough relationship, and I kind of know what, like, I've still got your guys's charts and whatnot of like what you're okay with, and most people in our campaign are okay with basically anything.
Did I fill out a chart?
There was an
Hopefully I
option
wrote
of
out a
just
chart.
telling me if you wanted to. And
I don't
I'm
think-
pretty
I'm okay
sure.
with everything. to be
Yeah, I
clear, I'm okay with
know.
everything,
I know,
I don't
but
think I
like
filled out a chart.
half of you gave me the I'm okay with everything, and then there's only a few people that
Yeah.
gave me like, hey, I'd rather not have this, and then there's obviously me with my one thing that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I play
Of
by
course,
ear
yeah.
and I've asked. But yeah, so in
At
no
the-
way did I think that this was going to be something that would like cause my friends extreme amount of pain. I thought it would be a situation of, which I don't think it caused
Yeah, at
anybody
the
pain in
time-
any way. Like
At
it
the
was
time-
emotional.
At the time, listen. At the time that we were talking about that kind of thing,
Oh, God.
like topics and stuff, I didn't think that what happened 2 days ago was something that was really covered by that list. So I was like okay with it, but it was just a different kind of thing
Mhm.
Mhm.
for me, and
Yeah.
like that evolved.
Well,
I guess I was more so surprised that that was the move that was pulled the day before something that is tied to that part of my brain.
It is also last campaign. I felt, not gonna lie, I felt robbed not being able to give like more detail into villains that were happening, and being
Fair.
able to build that like emotional connection to really drive you guys. Like why? Like I felt like there was a lot of why are we doing this again, kind of vibe that was going for it.
Mhm.
Instead of there being like, oh, we need to take care of this. Like there is a situation going on, and like I'm gonna tell you, like,
Well, for me, that was in place because I came in late. So.
yeah,
Same. What Merc was there because he fell in love. Like
yeah. He's like, oh, she's cute. Let's go.
facts. And then I was there because everyone at A&I was cute, and I didn't want to leave.
I did take the test. I am attractive.
Art imitating life. Art imitating life.
Did
There's
you
a
say
te-
I took the test? I'm attractive.
Yeah, I took the golden whatever.
Oh, the golden ratio. Thing. I
Yeah,
haven't
and
done that.
apparently I'm a like 880 and above is like actually like you're a like attractive person, at least within the face. I know my ass is not.
Oh,
Okay.
I should not do it right now with how my face looks.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, like you guys have built my confidence up enough, and you've told me plenty of times to just like kill me. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start throwing situations at you guys that could kill you. Be ready.
So,
What did you get, Donna?
I got an 82.
I got a 95.
Damn,
so I want to.
you are more attractive than me. I knew it.
So I just want to close this. I just want to close this section out. This like deeply introspective personal section that I had no right making this deeply introspective and personal.
I'm gonna interrupt you. Yes, you did. That is, it's totally okay.
Yeah,
The weirdest things are what make you go introspective. It is never the things you expect.
it's an
You-
interesting topic.
Either way,
Mhm.
I will say that I am fine, but that doesn't mean that I'm okay. But you don't need me to be okay for me to have fun.
Hey, fans, I want you all to know that Dippy is single and ready to mingle.
Don't you do that to me. You
I'm
don't.
just saying, there might be a girl out there that's just kind of like, you know what?
I have one female friend in Tennessee that I was just like, hey, Dippy.
You wanna
I
know
One
something?
female in all of Tennessee.
Do you want to know something? I want to say this without coming across as offensive in any way, but every female person that I have like come across that I was like, oh, they seem like they would be they're they kind of fit into my view of like, ooh, this would work. Like, let's do this. They have turned out to be one of three things. Already in a relationship. They've turned out to either already be in a relationship, gay, or
I knew it
That's
was
always
coming.
that's
or
always a
too-
buzzkill right
or
there.
too long of a distance away from me for
It to make sense.
for
Distance is the
for it to make
worst.
sense.
Yeah. I have had
Like, especially that second one, and that's why I don't want to sound like I don't mean to offend at all. I
It's
love
very
all of all the people that I meet. I try to love them with all of the deepness and kindness of my heart, and I still do. But when it turns out that like I have like no shot at all just because of their lifestyle, it's just like, damn,
yeah.
yeah.
that sucks.
I've
but
had
I don't know.
that problem
That's more
before.
me. That's more me than them.
Yeah.
So I hope
Dippy,
that-
you're not alone in this world,
Absolutely not.
but it doesn't hurt, ladies. Line up. He is cute. He is cute. Look at that. Like he's starting to grow that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a compliment right now. Dippy, I do enjoy that you're growing out the stash. It is a good look on you. I like it.
When I got my haircut, I had like the beard shaved, and I left
did,
the
yeah.
mustache, and I was just like, I don't know. I'm gonna see how this fits.
I wanted to get super bushy for you. Like I wanted to just get thick, so you can start wearing shirts that say "free seat" and
I
shit.
can
God.
so see. I can so, wait, all right. Besides the free seat, I can see you rocking like a Burt Reynolds kind of.
I
style.
know, right?
Like Smokey
Yeah,
the
like-
Bandit.
I'm like seeing
yeah.
it right now. He's like, man, get that stash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you sure you're not?
there's
Are you sure your
first hour of
costume's
the
not Hawaii
podcast gone.
5-0? No, that's the first 30 minutes, but yeah.
Oh, 30 minutes. Oh, right. Yeah, we were all.
Yeah, we
fine
were in
for-
we were in waiting
Right.
for a long time.
Shit.
yeah.
We start the podcast like a half hour before and get all the naughty things we want to say
Great.
out.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I just bit my lip.
Didn't I do that like for the last 2 episodes in a row?
Mhm.
I mean, I did too. Yeah. I kind of do want to tell the ghost story still.
Yeah.
Even though I said I shouldn't say that on stream.
Yeah.
I will say it a little more nicely. When I was younger, we're good changing subjects now, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
let's go. Let's get into it.
When I was younger, I had a friend who approached me one time. It was just like a ghost had sex with me. And I was just like, "What, buddy?" And he's like, "A ghost had sex with me." And I was just like, "Sure, champ." And then like for the next 2 months, every once in a while, he'd just be like, the ghost did it again. I woke up this morning, the ghost did it again." And then we got into sex ed and learned what wet dreams were, and the look of horror on this kid's face.
Oh my god.
It is burned in my skull. It is amazing.
That's just one of those things that you're putting a boogeyman to something that you can't explain, and when it gets explained to you, it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
this is real. Like something that you like never expect
Oh yeah. It's
to
great.
have like a real explanation. Oh, I love it so much. It's so
Yes.
great. Oh my god. Let's get into like the actual scary part of this. So that was very scary, mind you.
That was very scary.
It was so scary.
This ghost just couldn't keep its hands to itself.
It's just gotta. I mean, have you like? I don't have that many like scary encounters. I know that we talked about scary dreams in a previous podcast episode.
We've done ghost stories in a
We
like,
did
a
ghost
different
stories in a
podcast as
previous
well.
podcast
Yeah.
episode.
It might have been the first or the second Dapper Ds, if I'm being honest. We did ghost stories.
Yeah,
Um,
and since that time, nothing new has really turned up in that camp. But it honestly, like, I remembered a couple of like I'm slowly remembering,
Remember me.
remember Ween.
Yeah, remember we.
Like times from like my younger life that were genuinely like scary thoughts, and some of them ignore the double entendre of this segue. Some of them involved the Boy Scouts.
Really?
I became an Eagle Scout in 2016. I finished the project that you need to finish in order to qualify, like two weeks before my birthday, which is
Oh shit.
like you have to turn in your eligibility before
you're
you turn
18.
18.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't be an Eagle Scout. And I was like, oh no, I think I'm too late for this. And I got it in. So I am officially an Eagle Scout of the Boy Scouts of America.
Yeah.
It's
Which is
supposed
no
to improve,
small
No,
thing.
it's not.
Like,
it's
it's
supposed to
genuine,
improve
really
your chances of
difficult.
getting hired places.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it, like, it helps you get into colleges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But when I was in Scouts, and part of this came out in the Dapperween Kids on Brooms stuff, but when I was in Scouts, there was a lot of things, a lot of interesting things happened.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we had campouts every so often at the Boy Scout campground that we had, which was basically a cordoned off section of forest next to a baseball park that was in my
Oh.
hometown. Yeah, it was basically like the tree line at the edge of this, like there was like baseball field, junior baseball field, and then that all sat at the top of a flattened hill, and you went down the hill and there was a running trail around it like a sports complex, and off of that running trail was a cordoned off section of forest that we called our campground. And it was fun. We had polar campouts there, where we got like a special badge for holding a camp out in weather where the average temperature was below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That was a fun trip, but that campground got marked multiple times by what we can only describe as occult groups.
Ooh,
okay.
That's rough.
I have a similar story.
Yeah. I'll let you tell yours first because I've been talking for the last 30 fucking minutes.
This wasn't my local Boy Scout camp. This was just like a random camping trip at a different campsite and whatnot. And I've looked into this. It is scary how many stories are like similar to like what I'm talking about, of like we are all just hanging out and we started hearing like yelling and then chanting and whatnot. And we're like, that's horrifying. And our camp masters ended up doing some stuff and we had no idea. And they're like, all right, everybody, here's the game plan. And we all moved our tents very close together, all facing inward. So essentially we were like in an enclosed circle and everyone was not allowed to leave the tents for the rest of the night. I now know as I'm older, there was a Klan rally up the road.
Oh God.
No.
Yes.
Welcome to the East Coast, everybody.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I now know, but like as a kid, I'm just laying in my tent with my bunkmate, just being like, okay, there's chanting and singing and screaming and what the fuck?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, there are wizards and ghosts outside.
There, Jesus Christ. Which was also doubly worse at the time because kids are mean when it comes to bullying. And my name, Bradley Jenkins, shares the name of somebody who was a grand wizard at the time.
What is that? That makes it, I think that's the 4th time that it's been mentioned in either an episode or a podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the only other quick spooky thing that happened to me, as I woke up with a wolf spider on my chest at Boy Scout camp. Yeah, it just chilled. I woke up, I jumped, it ran away. Wolf spiders bite like hell, so I'm lucky. But yeah, I woke up with a big ass. If you don't know what a wolf spider is, they're like yay big and hairy as fuck. Like,
I could tell you about a couple different things about. Well, okay, so
camping.
I was in a Boy Scout. I was in Boy Scouts too, and we did camping as well.
Were you?
Yeah, I was. Were we all Boy Scouts? Look at us.
Where did you rank? Like, what? By the time you left,
I was a Heart Scout or
Life Scout.
Yeah, life.
Yeah, that's
I was life
one
as well.
Step,
yeah,
that's one step below.
I could have gotten my eagle, but I just fucking didn't keep track of things.
I could not have gotten my eagle. I was told by the camp, like the people who ran it and whatnot, they know I drank and smoked weed, and they would never let me be an Eagle Scout no matter what I did.
Aww.
Yeah, there was like a whole thing about abstinence or whatever, and
yeah.
So yeah.
Wow,
I just didn't keep track of all. I was just like a good kid, but I didn't keep track of all my stuff for scouts, you know. But yeah, I was a life scout, is what I got to. But yeah, like freaking okay. So one of the campings that I did, I had brought like an old rusty pocket knife to like carve wood with, and I didn't know about sharp knives and rusty knives and shit. But the spring was broken on it. Oh, no. So when I was carving the wood, it was like fine and everything, But we got to a point where it was time for us to have lunch. And so what I did was I would go stab the knife into the wood and like put it
do
off to the
that.
side, and it went backwards, and now my pinky frowns.
Oh
That's
no.
bad.
And it was the first time I've ever seen the bone in my finger.
Oh my god.
I bled so much that my sight began to like disappear, and my scoutmaster was just like, "It's gonna be okay," and just like kept my hand clamped. And I was like, honestly, I was fucking like 14. I had a panic attack. I like fell down and whatnot, but like they caught me. A nice thing that happened was, so during that same like camp that night, we got snowed in. And one of our leaders was just like, I've got a like big cabin up the way. Yeah. And so we went to this cabin thinking it was just going to be like one of those ones that are just like one room, not bunk beds and everything. No, it was a full ass rich person's cabin.
Wow.
Like we slept in luxury. And the funny thing is that the Girl Scouts were camping at the same weekend, and they roughed it out because not during their camp. So yeah, it was, the Girl Scouts came back and they're just like, it was terrible. It was like all muddy. We were not free. Like all these girls were just like complaining about everything that was going on. And we're just like, yeah, we had s'mores inside of a cabin and not like had a fire inside and played video games and stuff.
No, that seems pretty accurate.
I have somebody at the door. Give me a second. Debbie.
Oh, all right.
Peace
I
suave.
guess I'll just hold down the fort then. All right. Anything from chat? Used to live 5 miles from a terrorist camp. Oh God, that sounds awful. That sounds really awful, actually. Oh, okay. That didn't take too long. Yeah, sorry for getting really emotional there at the beginning of the episode, guys. I don't know how to vamp. Oh, good. They're both back. Thank God. Don't tell anybody about this.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Dapper D.
By the way, I just told a story about how the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts were camping at the same time, but like at different campgrounds. I had cut my hand open, but that same night we got snowed in, and our scout leader had a cabin up the way, so we stayed there. We thought it was just going to be like a single room cabin. No, it was one of those like rich people's cabins, and not like up in the mountains. Yeah, so we were in luxury, and the Girl Scouts didn't have that, so and they stuck it out through the entire week.
I'm trying to think if there is any other spooky things I haven't told, or specifically, do I have any other camping stories? I mean, this is not my most proud moment. I went camping with some friends of mine in like adulthood, which if you haven't gone camping since you became an adult, do it. It's a lot of fun. And go camping.
Real camping, I'm not gonna lie. I have been to some of the campgrounds out here. It's not real camping to me. Like I grew up in California, where what the heck? Okay, that was my wife that just threw something. I thought that was like, oh shit, what happened? But I went to the redwoods. We had this big ass lake that we went to all the time, and we'd go on, not like rowboats and stuff like that, canoes, and like go around, go fishing, catch bluebelly lizards and all that.
Right.
And I come out here and it's just like, yeah, we've got like a play set, running water, all that shit. I'm like, man,
just go in the woods. Just go in the woods. There's nobody stopping you.
In Michigan, every house has wood. Like my house has woods in the back of it.
Go in the woods. Yeah.
But like it's surrounded around houses. Like it's just patches of woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's just a different feeling, but yeah.
Anyway, just really quick, me and my buddies went camping, and the only food we brought was hot dogs because we're idiots.
Oh no.
And so collectively, between the four of us, we ate 120 hot dogs.
Whoa!
Yeah,
What?
there was a
That's
lot
a
of
whole lot of glizzies.
That's a
There's
lot
a
of
lot-
dogs.
there was a lot of alcohol consumption. There was a lot of maybe other things consumption, and over 120 hot dogs, which meant that in the nicest, not gross way possible, our stomachs hated us
Yeah.
in the middle of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I tried waking up all my friends and being like, I don't want to go out in the woods alone. I'm
Oh
drunk
no!
and I have to use the bathroom.
Oh
And
no!
nobody would come with me. And I just remember like being in the middle of nowhere doing my business. And then all of a sudden I start hearing like ruffles and shit. And I'm like, this is it. This is where I die. I can't run. Like my pants are around my ankles. And it was a no bullshit
I
bear.
can't
Oh
run.
my
It
god.
was a no bullshit bear. This is the
Oh,
second time in my life I saw a
Jesus.
bear. It was like 10 feet from me. And I'm like, okay,
Did you shit
I'm
real
gonna-
quick and be done?
I did. Pretty much, yeah. I was just like, well,
Holy shit,
yeah.
dude!
it was horrifying. It was fucking horrifying.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's yeah. That would scare the shit out of me too. No one's here.
I have a story about bears. Me and my family went to the local zoo this weekend. The bears, you can tell, are getting ready for hibernation because they are rotund. They cannot walk normally. They
are
just roll.
Rotund.
Like, I have never seen such a fat bear in my life, but I literally saw this one just roll itself out of a food dish.
Yeah.
One of my favorite words, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned this.
What,
in the-
rotund?
Yeah, in the God, what the last podcast where we answered
Yeah.
James Lipton's questions. I don't know if I talked about the word rotund, but
No.
rotund is such a good
I
It's a
love
good
it.
word. Yeah.
word. Like, honestly.
But yeah, that was like the highlight of going to the zoo for me, was just seeing the
So-
bears. I'm like, all right, this is going to be a good time.
So this feels like maybe a good point to move on to something else.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna do.
Unless-
I
okay.
had like the occult stuff. So
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's
Yeah.
derailed. Yeah.
I gave you guys the go ahead because
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time at the beginning of this episode. So
All right.
yeah, when we were
When we were young.
it was when we were younger.
Mhm.
I don't remember exactly when, but I know what happened on the day. I just don't remember the day. We went down to our Boy Scout campground for one of our usual meetings. We would either meet at the church or at the campground, at a church in town or at the campground. More and more often we went to the campground after the campground was fully like settled into.
Mhm.
And one time we went down there and there was a lot of evidence that Satanists had been there.
Oh.
Primarily a giant fucking white salt circle on the ground and a pentagram like spray painted in white to a tree.
Mhm.
And I was just like, that's not very
How do you
good.
know they're
And
not just
then
alchemists?
there was
Can I?
let me tell you a little bit about where I live.
Listen, real quick about the alchemist thing. I one time was in chemistry class, like honors chemistry, and we were learning
There's
about
no
alchemy.
fucking way you are in honors class.
Dadley, I graduated with a 3.5.
Oh my god.
I am an extremely smart person. I just like to do dumb
Keep
shit.
telling yourself that, buddy. Keep telling yourself that.
Hey.
No, I'm just teasing you.
no.
Keep going.
We're picking.
But we were talking about alchemy, and I was really into Full Metal Alchemist at the time, and somebody was just like, can anybody tell me anything about alchemy? I just yelled out equivalent exchange and then shut my mouth. And like nobody got it except for my friend right in front of me, and they're just like, I got it, it's fine, you're okay, that's not it, but it's okay. Like that was the dumbest I think I've ever felt in my entire fucking life.
Incredible.
But yeah,
All
continue with your
So
story.
salt circle, pentagrams.
Yeah. So basically, we had like there were plastic bags. There was, I think, they had managed to bring like a metal dumpster out to where we were. Either that, or we already had a metal dumpster out there that we had like placed there for our
They brought the
garbage and refuse
dumpy?
and stuff.
I'm interrupting.
It wasn't like a full-size dumpster, but there was something in the dumpster There was like the container the salt came from,
Mhm.
the can that sprayed the paint, and like, yeah,
Did you
it was
keep-
kind of a scary moment. We
What-
didn't keep them.
Okay. First question: is the salt just normal table salt, or was it in like a creepy little like thing?
It was a Morton salt container.
Great, cool.
And it was just regular old fucking table salt, yeah. But it was like, it was one of those moments where we had like heard about like stuff happening at campgrounds, like, oh, you know, like people will come and worship in a campground late at night to call on evil spirits. And then it happened at our campground, and everybody was like, all right, DEFCON 2, DEFCON 2. Like, what do we do to stop this? Nobody ever figured out who it was. We never got any information from that anyone in our town would have done anything like that, or that we never got any information about anyone passing through town doing something like that. It was just a total fucking mystery. We never got any information about them, which in my mind was the scariest part, because like,
that is, yeah,
not knowing at all is a little more scary than they figured out who did it. And like, but yeah,
when I was a shithead rebellious teen, I would spray paint the what is it called, the heartagram on things.
Oh, from
The
like him.
Yes, the heartagram is the symbol for a band called Him, which is like a riff on the pentagram, but it has a heart in it instead. So yeah, people would get fucking pissed.
So yeah,
I used to doodle a lot, and I had this whole cartoon that I called Fireheads, where they were just like 5 circles all together, and they were on fire. And then there was a foreign exchange student that was like a droplet of water. So
that's cute.
I don't know why I never continued doing that, but it was just fun.
If I can steal the floor for a second.
Yes. Take it right from underneath my feet.
What do you guys think a mountain chicken is?
Literally no fucking clue. Yeah, I couldn't even begin to tell you what I think.
I'm gonna go wild here and say that it's a weird goat.
All right. If y'all could do me a favor and Google mountain chickens for me.
Okay.
Just type it into Google?
Just type in mountain chicken.
This has nothing to do with mountain oysters, does it?
No.
Okay. Because mountain oysters are a totally different thing. I literally just remembered where I had heard this from.
Dono, have you found out what a mountain chicken is?
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the article for it?
Go for it, yeah.
Leptodactylus phallus, commonly known as the mountain chicken or giant ditch frog, is a critically endangered species of frog that is native to the Caribbean islands of Dominica and Montserrat. We've got to save the mountain chickens.
Why is it called a chicken? It bothers me so much.
I will tell you probably why. Because an explorer came through, didn't know what the fuck these were, and ate it, and it was like, hey, it tastes like chicken.
I can see that. Fuck, I can see that.
Okay, sidebar. I love Wikipedia so much. It's such a reliable source of information most of the time, because so many people are willing and able to fact check Wikipedia on a daily basis. But it's also ridiculous how non-specific some Wikipedia articles can be. Etymology. The mountain chicken is nicknamed such after being preyed upon as a local delicacy on the islands of Montserrat and Dominica, where it's found. It supposedly tastes like chicken.
Yeah. I was right.
That's the only reason?
Yeah. Frog tastes like chicken.
I don't know enough about Wikipedia. Can we just make our own Wikipedia article?
Go for it.
I think you
so, like, is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, you can just make one, I think.
Yeah. Hold on. Contributions. Use your contributions.
By the way, what's the weirdest thing you guys have ever eaten?
Gator.
Gator's good. I've had...
Gator is good.
That's about the strangest I've gone, though.
I've had, like, kangaroo jerky. That was pretty damn good. Probably the weirdest thing I've eaten. I don't know. Dippy just brought them up. I have eaten Colorado oysters before. or Rocky Mountain oysters, whatever you call them. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have, yeah.
god.
They're not bad. They have a weird texture, but they're not bad.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I've got to go get something.
If you don't know, they're bull testicles for people in chat.
Yeah. Do they pop in your mouth?
No,
Okay.
they were like sliced and fried, like
Okay.
chips. Like,
I've had.
yeah. What about you?
I think, I know it's probably not super weird, but there was there's this place that was near my house in Utah. It was shown on the Food Network as one of like the best burger joints in the world.
Okay.
So it's like top 50 or whatever. It's called the Burger Bar in Roy, Utah. Look it up if you can't. They do have bomb ass burgers, but every week they have a new meat that you can try.
Ooh.
And there was camel, and I tried that one time. It just tasted like beef. But there was this one time where me and my entire family, who were heavily religious at the time, went to a Chinese restaurant and got squid drink. I guess it's just squid boiled in sake.
Yeah.
And we got absolutely shit-faced, and I don't remember getting home that night.
I can see that.
We don't drink. And I was like, what was that feeling? Oh, no.
So we can write our own Wikipedia page, but...
Does it cost money?
No, everything is saying don't do it. Just because, like, just let moderators take care of it if it's a page that needs to be made. Don't try to write your own Wikipedia page.
Yeah, that's not a us thing. Oh, sadness. My daughter just coughed.
Hey, Donna, or hey, Dippy, what's going on with NASCAR?
Oh,
he's got his headphones on. Everything. He just heard NASCAR. He's like, oh, it's my turn.
NASCAR.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on a
Dippy,
thing.
what's your favorite type of car?
Ooh.
In general?
Yeah, like what if you could have any
I
car
like my
in
car.
your life? Like if you could have, what's your
any
dream
car?
car?
Oh,
What's your
God.
dream car?
Oh God. Oh. Wow. That's a tough one because there's a lot of cars that I've thought about like owning. The first one that always comes to mind is a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT.
Oh.
Because they're such beautiful cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they run really, really well, and they're like really, really reliable. But like a good 70s Challenger will run you a pretty penny if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Money is no object. I would love to have something along the lines of a Pagani Huayra, or maybe a like, oh gosh, maybe like an Aventador SVT.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would an Aventador Super Veloce. Very, very fun car.
I
If
want
money were really no object, I would get a
Daddy.
250 GTO, but like that's the most expensive car in the world. So
Dippy.
like,
Yeah.
that's cheap.
Go.
Yeah.
Or Daddy.
I want a 1955 Ford Lincoln Futura.
Yeah?
Oh,
That's the original Adam West Batmobile.
Yeah? My grandpa
I
had
want.
one of those.
No shit.
Yeah, it was like
Awesome.
busted up and shit like that, but my brother got I think it was a 1960s, 1970s Chevy Nova from him
Okay.
that was just sitting in his garage. He like took out all the rust, painted it black, put red like shit all over it, looked dope as hell,
Yeah.
and then sold it for like 50 grand.
Yeah. But besides that, because like I want that car, I would very rarely drive that car. I want like a Bronco. I don't
Yeah.
know much about cars. I love the new Broncos. I really like shit that I can go off-roading in.
Mm-hmm.
My Tahoe is shit off-roading, and I take it down trails to this day. Like,
Bronco was in my like list of cars too.
yeah, I love Broncos.
Broncos are solid cars. My brother had one and he flipped that shit all the time because he'd go up mountains with it. Mine would be a 1969
Nice.
Very nice.
Cobra Mustang.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
And before it became my favorite car, I got one chance in my life where I could have owned one.
Really?
Yeah, I was 12 years old. No, I was 13, just got done with my first job. Had gotten like $3,000 check for working for 2 months, which is terrible.
When you're that young, though, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I just had it, and it came up on like a sales internet thing of just like, hey, and like somebody just had it to just need like a motor swap in it, which would have been super fucking cheap. And I was like, I don't want that as a car. I was obsessed with a Chevy like Carbon or some shit like that, and I was like, fuck, man, I have such a.
My dream car when I was a kid was a '69 Stingray.
Really?
Yeah, I love the old school Stingrays. To this day, I like them. Not nearly as much as I did when I was
There's
a
something
kid, but
about
yeah.
69 that a lot of good cars came out of that year.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
this, have you heard the song Summer of '69? Obviously, a lot of good shit happened that year. Oh god. That did not work. That was
There was a
not...
lot of people around in my town that had a 69 Stingray. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
They were common
Dude.
cars. They weren't like,
Utah-
for them.
Yeah. Utah has some of the biggest car shows. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
have car expos and shit like that in our
Well, you
city.
guys have Bonneville.
Yeah.
Like, Bonneville
Yeah.
is the kingpin of all cars,
Mhm.
like gathering places. Like there's literally no better place to go if you have a
Mhm.
car than Bonneville Salt Flats.
Yeah. There is literally a road that was like 20 miles out from where I lived where it didn't have a speed limit. And it was called Little Mexico, and people that souped up their cars would go on that and just go as fast as they could. Cops would still try and pull you over and whatnot, but most of the time they wouldn't be able to slag you with a ticket, whatever. But yeah, it was insane. The different cars that were up there. We also had like really pretty valley roads that you could be able to drive through and whatnot. Like Ogden Canyon was really nice.
So what's going on with what's going on in NASCAR?
Okay, I put this in just as kind of like a fun thing because I wanted to talk about this in the last podcast episode, but the James Lipton questions took a hot minute. So
Yes.
what is this? NASCAR mention number 5 in a podcast episode?
It's fine.
I mentioned it nearly every episode, but this time I'm going to actually go a little bit more into like something mechanical with it because are either of you familiar with any sport that isn't NASCAR?
I mean, I watch a good amount of like boxing and whatnot.
Yeah. If I could afford an ESPN, well, I guess I could get an ESPN
Same.
membership.
I
Y'all
I do
are
at
familiar.
UFC like crazy.
So y'all are familiar
Yeah.
with the concept of how most sports end,
Mm-hmm.
like their season.
Yeah.
You have like a seasonal playoffs with like the best teams from the regular season going at it and winning either a series of games in the MLB or advancing through like a bracket in college football, college basketball, or like regular basketball, NBA. And eventually the best team is crowned in a championship game or a series of championship games. NASCAR took a look at that in 2013 and said, we can make that work. Or not even 2013, 2005.
Okay.
In a sport of teams comprised of like a pit crew, a crew chief, and like the driver and the car, they thought, what if we took the first 26 races out of a 36 race season to just determine who the best driver in the field, who the best 10 drivers in the field were in the regular points. And then when we figure that out, let's reset all 10 of them to 0 and see where they go from there. With some points granted to people for winning races or doing really well as it evolved, doing well in interim parts of a race.
Yeah.
You get regular season points for performing in a race, but you also get playoff points for finishing in certain positions in certain points in the race. But those are different from stage points, which you earn by finishing in certain positions in those same parts of that race that carry over into a different part of the system. Makes sense? No, it
Yes.
fucking doesn't. It
Oh.
literally doesn't.
You explained, not to be that guy, you explained it well enough that it did kind of make sense to me.
Did it really? Oh my God. I actually got through to someone on how the NASCAR playoffs work. So NASCAR used to be an end of year point system. Literally, the best driver earned the most points. And I can actually illustrate this with a chart, again, that I was going to talk about last time, but did not have a chance to mention because of like time constraints that we came to. Do you have participant screen sharing? No, you don't. Can you turn that on while he's turning that on? There are NASCAR YouTubers who have put forth ideas for point systems in the past. There are other
NASCAR
motorsports
YouTubers?
Yes, there are. They're really good at what they do too. People like Slapshoes, Eric Estep, the Iceberg YT, like a bunch of people who their entire living is talking about this sport that I am. They love.
Deadly, if you ever have a question about a subject, I guarantee you there's a YouTube channel about it.
How to self-vasectomy.
I believe there's actually a video of a guy that did that.
How to
I hope
what?
not.
What was
Self-vasectomy?
There's a doctor that did that.
Oh God! What the?
Because you can 100% be awake for it.
How do you even put?
Dude, you
those
have
two words together.
Can I tell you
Oh my
something? You have to be
God.
crazy to want to be a surgeon.
Yes.
Cutting people
Listen.
open? Excuse me? Like,
How
not
dare
a
you.
normal person doesn't want to cut somebody open.
Yes, but at least a sane person doesn't do it to themselves.
Listen,
Facts.
Like-
there has been doctors who have done wisdom teeth removal by themselves, like on themselves. There are doctors that have done like,
No.
what is it? Like it's a liposuction around their neck and
I
shit.
never thought
It's-
I'd rather be talking about NASCAR.
Hey, you're the
Welcome
one
to
that
my
brought up
world,
the
right?
subject.
I know, it's my fault!
Anyway,
Take it.
so NASCAR YouTubers have put together point systems in the past. There are other motorsports that use different systems. Like the Formula One point system is
Mhm.
ridiculous.
It's pretty straightforward.
It's
Oh,
pretty
I thought it was straightforward.
It's straightforward.
Yeah.
Sorry, swap the two concepts there.
Yes.
The Formula One point system is fairly straightforward. You get only the top 10 people who finish in a race earn points, which incentivizes drivers to actually race to earn a spot in the top 10. But nobody else getting any points if the car isn't perfectly parodied.
Mhm.
But like if one driver is never going to have a chance at even making a top 10 spot, then it kind of de-incentivizes them to even try.
Yeah.
Luckily, Formula One has cars that are very parody, that have a lot of parody. Anyone could, if the driver is skilled enough, anyone could get in the top 10 in any given week. But because of the differences that are brought in with NASCAR, a regular end of season point system would work in such a way as one NASCAR YouTuber put it. I have been keeping track of a point system that this YouTuber put forth, and it will become very apparent when I open it up and share it on stream. Do you have the overlay ready?
Yep.
All right. So this is going to look like a whole mess of numbers first and foremost, but that's because it really is kind of a mess of numbers. YouTuber by the name of Slapshoes, if you end up watching this, hello. Put together a point system where drivers earned points based on the position that the given position that they finish in a race. You earn 5 additional points for finishing first because it incentivizes winning. All the way down to a 40 car field, you get 1 point for participating. A lot of races race with 36 cars, so the minimum points typically ends up being 20, but that's beside the point. In this point system, there is already basically someone who has locked this championship in, and that's the guy sitting on top, Chase Elliott. He's a perennial favorite.
They had to chase Elliott. I will never not make the joke. This is like the third time I've gotten the opportunity.
Oh my God. But Chase Elliott, son of Bill Elliott, is the perennial most popular NASCAR driver, period. Like, everyone who seems to watch the sport religiously either is a fan of Chase Elliott or like more than half of the fan base is a fan of Chase Elliott. Yes.
Kind of argument. Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon retired 7 years ago.
Really? It was
He's
that
dried
long
up.
ago?
He's washed up. He's old news.
He retired.
No, he's
7
not.
years
He's
ago.
still hot. You kidding me?
He is the co-chairman of the top team in the industry right now, which is Hendrick Motorsports. He's still involved in the sport, but he's not driving it.
Very
I
nice.
take it back. He's not hot anymore.
He's not that hot. Not
No,
nowadays.
he's not.
Yeah. He was
He
a hot
looks-
boy back then, but
He currently
Regardless.
looks like if Bill Nye got steamrolled in the
oh
face.
god.
Woo!
Frick. I don't even know. Oh, here's the friggin' article for. Oh wait, no, I'm sharing the application, not the screen, so you can't see that. Whatever. Yeah, this point system tracks individual points, bonus points based on feats that are accomplished during a race. It follows what used to be the old point system called the Winston Cup Series points, back when NASCAR was sponsored by a cigarette company for its primary series. And without sharing that screen too much anymore, it basically it shows that the best driver will win the championship at the end of the season. Chase Elliott went 5 races in a row where he finished either first or second in the race. For 5 races in a row.
So he basically
Nobody
had it
who-
in the bag.
Yeah, nobody who does that is getting caught up to anytime soon. And there have been instances in the past where NASCAR Cup Series drivers have been able to clinch a championship
Mhm.
1 or even 2 races ahead of the last race of the year because they're doing so mathematically well. The person who ended that streak and when NASCAR introduced the playoff format was a guy by the name of Matt Kenseth. He won a single race, but he led the points for 25 weeks straight. And he won the championship in the end by mathematically locking it up 1 race before the final race.
Wow.
And he only won 1 time. He
That's
was
crazy.
that consistent. He was that he endured that many races, finishing that well, that he was just the champion. He
Mhm.
was the 1-win champion.
Mhm.
And NASCAR didn't like that very much.
Yeah.
So they changed the system. A system which Jimmy Johnson then exploited to win 5 championships in a row and then went on to win 2 more, becoming 7-timer number 3.
God damn.
But to bring it all around to this year,
Mhm.
there are 2 races left
Mhm.
in the NASCAR 2022 season. In my slap shoes system, Chase Elliott would literally have to finish dead last twice, and the guy in second would have to win twice in order for anything to change at the top of the board.
Yeah.
So it's not happening.
It could. Chase Elliott could wreck out twice. We don't
Does
know.
that count as finishing last?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Your finishing position is basically
Mhm.
dependent upon where you end up on the leaderboard.
I
Like if you crash out and you're done racing, you're still on the leaderboard in last place.
what happens if more than one person crashes? Is it a tied for last place?
It's
or is it like
whoever
who went-
whoever crashed out first,
That's what I was
is
just about to. Yeah.
bottom of the chart.
Okay.
Uh
All right.
But there are 2 races left. Martinsville, which sucked earlier this year. This race is not going to be good unless the package changes.
Mhm.
Either they give the car more horsepower, they take away some horsepower, or whatever. And Phoenix will host the championship race. The
Mhm.
way that the playoffs work, there are currently 8 drivers competing for 4 championship slots.
Okay.
There are going to be 4 of them knocked out next week at Martinsville. And those 4, regardless of where they finish, whoever finishes best out of those 4 wins the championship. They technically don't even have to win the race as long as all the other drivers in the championship 4 are behind them at the end of the race. Which introduces the possibility of something that we haven't seen ever. There is a driver by the name of Ryan Blaney. He is hot boy right now.
Mhm.
He's like one of the most attractive
Like he's
drivers in the
okay.
sport.
I was about to ask, like, do you mean hot boy by like attractiveness or just
Oh, he's
hot
so
boy?
hot.
Dapper.
He is. But Ryan Blaney hasn't won a single race this year.
Hmm.
He just hasn't. He has managed to stay as high up on the points chart as he has by consistently finishing inside of the top 10, inside of the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But he has not won a race this year. He is in prime position to make it into the championship 4 without winning a race.
Ooh.
And if he does, he doesn't have to win Phoenix to win the championship as long as everybody else finishes behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he is in a little bit of a points hole right now, but he could still make the championship 4 and he could still go to Phoenix vying for it.
Okay.
And he could become the NASCAR Cup Series first winless champion, which defeats the whole purpose of why they changed it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'd be pissed as a fucking driver if that was like, this guy didn't even win once and he got the champion.
Didn't win once and he got the championship anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Yeah.
It seems like such a fucking stupid thing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
One of those things that I would be reevaluating my position in the sports entertainment industry if that happened to me.
That seems like a red flag.
Now, on the opposite side, Brian Blaney is the only person who could theoretically have this happen to them. Everybody else who's eligible for the championship 4 has won a race this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the person that I really want to win is a guy by the name of Ross Chastain. He was a watermelon farmer in Florida for the first 7 years of his life, professional life. He grew up, he went through school, and then he inherited a spot on his family's watermelon farm. But when he was old enough, he decided he wanted to race. So he took the usual route. And when he got to the Cup Series, he could not catch a fucking break. He couldn't get sponsorship. He couldn't get a team to rely on him, or he couldn't get a team that trusted him until this year.
Mm-hmm.
With Trackhouse Racing, he's managed to win 2 races and has, on my chart, is sitting second place in overall points.
Cool.
He would be the underdog among underdogs to win the championship this year if he can make it to Phoenix. He just has to not do badly at Martinsville.
Right.
And if he doesn't,
mm-hmm.
he is my pick. He's my number 1.
All right, gentlemen.
Yes.
Good luck on that. Good luck on them racers. I hope they win. Do a good job. Stupid random question. What's some red flags that you immediately have when you meet try and meet a new guy friend? I don't know. It's fucking.
Whoa.
This is such
That's a fun segue.
Yeah.
Red flag. Okay. Well, I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I'm the only one attracted to him.
Fair enough. Well, when meeting a new guy friend.
Wait, all right. My first thing is if they invite you to play D&D on a live stream, and that's the first conversation you've ever had with the person. I love you, Dono. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
You were talking about a different DM that you got asked to do that with, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, I mean, I would never do that to you. It's not like I didn't, go to your live streams all the fucking time and talk to you.
You were very active. That was not the first time you had a conversation. My big red flag when just meeting new people is this might be self-centered. How much are they going to talk about themselves versus asking questions?
100% agree. Talking about yourself too much. Yeah.
It's a hard game because meeting somebody new if you want to have a conversation, the easiest thing to do is ask them questions about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of, are they going to ask questions back? If
Mhm.
they don't, then I'm like, oh, you just want to show off. You just want to flex for a second.
Yeah.
You do you.
I find it very funny when people that you meet for the first time start giving you their credentials of just like the shit that they've done in their life, and just be like,
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't like that kind of a like, just talk. Like, when I go to talk to somebody, I want to get to know them through personality. Like, what is their personality like? Is
What's
it
their
somebody
vibe?
that I can like vibe with? Is it somebody that I can hang and chill and enjoy my time? Like, can they hang? Not
Yeah.
what are the cool things that you've done and that we can maybe do together? It's like, no, what are we doing now? We're here now. What can
Yeah.
you do? Also, 100% agree with asking questions and then seeing if they respond back with a question to show interest towards you. Because that type of person, you don't want to be around.
A more specific red flag, anyone who says, I listen to everything besides country music, I'm like, I don't like you.
Oh my god, same.
Because, like, for
honest.
one, no, you don't. You don't listen to everything. Really? Play your favorite polka song right now. Let's fucking go and jam to some polka. You don't listen to everything.
I
besides
jam
country.
out to some polka music. Fuck yeah, let's go.
But no, but yes, but also, Dono, you don't seem like somebody who would say this.
Yeah. Listen,
but
I'm a
also,
vibe.
Like, give country a chance. At the very least, if you listen to everything but country, oh, you're in store because you're gonna fuck with stadium country. You're gonna find it fun. You're going to enjoy it, and the concerts are great.
Stadium country, yeah.
Stadium country's
Scotty,
fun. I know it's dumb.
can I just
know
say,
it's not, yeah.
Scotty McCurry,
so here's
fucking decent singer. He's got a great voice. I think it's very interesting the way that he's like kind of mixed up country with like this talking shit. But you know, he's not a bad singer. He's got good songs.
Right.
Sue me.
Really
So
quick.
here's my deal with country music before I talk about a red flag. Stadium country's fine. Like, there's a lot of good stadium country out there. Shania Twain did a double album where she recorded like an album full of songs in the style of pop and in the style of country.
Yeah.
And I listened to the country side more than the pop side because it sounded so much better.
Shania Twain slabs.
Yeah, Shania Twain, honestly, goddess, so lovely.
Angry Woman Country is such a vibe. Yes.
Angry
Primal
Woman
Goddess.
Country.
Yes.
But the big country like vibe that I get into more than any other is like, this obviously dates me so much, but like 50s and 60s country
I'm fine with that.
is like
What's that?
it's
What
like
do you mean that dates you?
I mean,
Yo,
people
wait.
are gonna look at me and they're gonna be like, oh, I bet he listens to like, you know, new metal or metalcore, or like, you know, he's a guy that's gonna like, you know, just generic pop. And then I say 50s, 60s country, and people almost always respond with the same thing. They say, oh, you're just an old soul, aren't you? And I'm just like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I am, but you didn't have to say it.
Can
like
I say
that.
something that like gets me? Like
What's
gets me
up?
every single time is when there are people that believe that Nine Inch Nails covered like Pain or like what
Hurt?
yeah, Hurt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was,
fuck.
yeah.
That pisses
gets
like
on my
people
nerves.
like I've gotten into huge confrontational conversations with people that are just like, no, like he did like that's the cover. It's like, no, it's not.
No.
Okay.
It's definitely not.
That bit fucking quick soapbox tangent that I need to go off about. I'm so tired of all these fucking TikToks of people being like, oh my god, did you know 1985 by Bowling for Soup is a cover? It's not. And shut the fuck up. Yes, there is if you look up 1985 and you look like original band or something like that, it's not gonna be Bowling for Soup. You know who the lead singer of that original band was? The man who lead sings Bowling for Soup. His original band fell apart, and he was just like, but I wrote this song I really like, so just kept playing it.
So
Ugh, it makes
good.
me mad. All right.
Oh my god.
Do your fucking research before you come at me with your bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, I constantly see it on lists of like songs you didn't know were covers. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not a cover.
Not a cover.
Not a
It's an
goddamn
original
cover.
song.
Granted, Ronnie Radke, when he got out of jail, now he had to put down that it was a cover of Escape the Fate, doing the first album that he sang. like for the first little bit until he got the rights to the album.
Wait, what album?
Uh,
'Cause he
Ronnie
wasn't on
Radke.
any- he
Ronnie
wasn't on
Radke
any-
is the original singer for
No,
Escape the Fate.
I get that, but he didn't do anything with Escape the Fate after going to jail.
No, but like after he got out, when he
Oh,
made
he
Falling in
released
Reverse,
yes.
yes, he had to, when he performed the songs live, put that it was a cover,
Yes.
even though he was the original song maker and singer.
A thong maker.
Thong maker. I mean, he'd been making me for as long as
I'm gonna be like
I heard a knock
100%
up
real
on
with
her
you
door
guys.
the other day.
I've been trying to update my information on an app
Yeah.
for half of this time while I've been letting you guys talk, and it's not letting me do it, and I'm so upset.
Isn't technology a fickle thing?
Wait, what
I
app?
hate it. I'm trying to update like my PayPal information.
So I can pay him.
I can't lie.
No, because because my accounts, all of my accounts that ran through PayPal, I've closed. So I'm trying to update them to my new ones, and it's not letting me.
I was so hoping Didry was going to be like, yeah, I'm trying to update my Tinder.
I do not have a Tinder, first and foremost.
Get one.
Would you do any form of online dating? Like Bumble is always looked at as like the more modest.
If I'm being
Tinder.
honest,
See, I feel like online dating in any capacity is at least somewhat dishonest.
Mhm.
like,
Really?
I feel like because if you have to put yourself out on a dating app, I don't know. I feel like some people use online dating and they like get into long distance relationships thinking that it's going to work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it like 85% of the time it doesn't work.
Also,
And then they're
Tinder's
like,
a red
how
flag.
did that happen? You live 3,500 miles apart. How did you think it was going to work?
Wait, Donna, what do you mean Tinder's a red flag?
I don't know. If you got like a Tinder and you're like active on that shit, no, I'm sticking away from you.
Mm.
Like as just like a person that I might want to be in, like, because your thought process of like getting into a new relationship is just a swipe.
Right swipe.
Like
Right swipe.
it lowers
Right.
like your whole output on like relationships in my mind. Also, I had a rule when I was dating that I wouldn't use an online source to be able to get to know, like if I didn't meet the person and didn't have the balls to be able to go up and talk to them in person, then I don't deserve to date them. You know, and that was like my challenge for myself. And
That's okay, buddy.
I know. I would put like those types of things on myself. It's just like, no, like also, I don't know. I didn't feel, it was like kind of an icky feel of like
Yeah.
being on a phone and just be like judging people by the way that they look and what they type. I'm just like,
see.
like being able to
But-
like look at somebody and kind of like talk to them a little bit, get that vibe right off the bat, and then be like, all right, yeah, I can continue this, instead of them trying to be like, oh yeah, I do this, and like, you know.
Yeah, I'm always back and forth because I don't know. I'm not on Tinder, obviously. I have friends that are, and I love stealing their Tinders.
Mhm.
I love logging on and just being like, no, this is my Tinder now, and just swiping on their Tinder.
Oh my god. It's people like you.
It is people because I purposely like everybody who's not my friend's types.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
So they just get matches with people that they're like, I have no interest in this woman. I feel so
Yeah.
Incredible.
The other thing is that I've seen people use Tinder, and I'm just like, I don't like that mentality right there. Like the people that use it,
Doom
like to find.
scrolling on people is like, it seems like a pretty like toxic practice. Like,
It does,
Mhm.
but it's also like it's fun. That's why, actually, weirdly enough, that's why I used to go on Omegle a lot.
Mhm.
Nowadays I use Omegle to cure writer's block. There is something very like get out of my brain about Omegle that helps me cure my writer's block. But back in the day, it was just like something was very funny about somebody popped up on my screen and just going, nope.
I was not in the era of Omegle. Like it was just barely starting. It was a whole thing of just like, don't get on it. There's a lot of weirdos. And
There's
then
a lot of weirdos.
yeah. And then like my wife knew about it when I married her, and then her brother was like religiously would be on Omegle sometimes and just have like crazy stories of shit that happened. I'm like, all right, cool. Doesn't seem like my thing. Do you know what's weird? Is
What?
that we have generational gaps within a 10-year period of people.
That's a generation.
No, like people that are born within the same 10 years of each other have massive gaps of like things that they relate to.
I don't think it's that weird, if I'm being honest.
Well, if you think about it in
between
terms...
1995 and 2005, it was a very strange and tumultuous time for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, Dadley, I want you to think about this. The generational gaps were literally 10 in between. People that were born within these 10 years, like back in the 70s, were like, they literally had close to, if not the same memories of things going on. With us, it's just like, oh yeah, this child show showed up right when I started memorizing it, and then it's quit right before my brother would start to, and then they have a completely different show that they grew up on.
I guess I don't find it weird because like we all knew from the beginning that's how technology works. The second we got computers, things started going so much faster. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still remember having an iPod Touch, like, and shit like that. Of like, it just it makes it is weird, but it makes total sense.
Yeah. All right, Dippy, what's your red flags in men?
We
got so off track.
Fuck, I don't know.
What do you look for in a boyfriend? I'm kidding.
God damn, dude. God, why did that just make me think of that TikTok? It's like, I don't remember what it is, but it's just a guy laying on his bed, and the TikTok says something about like liking coffee, how they like women, and the guy just in the bed goes men, and it's just.
Can I say a green flag for a guy friend is putting on like fucking just punk rock music and just singing your goddamn lungs out together?
True.
That is a green flag. If anything, if you can vibe like that.
See,
yeah.
when I'm looking for like male friends, I just want like someone. I honestly, there's no better way to put it. I want people who like don't care, like people who are apathetic but not like nihilistically apathetic.
It's the saying, if they care, they don't matter. If they don't like it. Wait, if they care, they don't matter. No, what's the fucking thing?
If they care, those that mind don't.
Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I swear I'm smart. Okay,
I love you.
I'm just so dyslexic that my brain makes me stupid.
Episode, guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's scary how much of a Halloween episode this isn't.
What was I gonna say?
What's your best evil laugh?
I think I just did it. Like something along those, just like weirdly like, or you know. The one that like it just like starts like boiling in your gut, and then it just like comes up like slowly, and it's just like just something to the tune of like, you know, something like that.
My best evil laugh is Seth Rogen.
Oh, God.
Because like there is nothing more terrifying than being like you're all about to die and hearing
Seth Rogen's laugh is so stupid.
it is.
Evil laughs were always like a cool thing for me with a kid, because not like
this is stupid. How did this?
Sorry, I'm sorry. My subject is
sorry,
stupid.
not you.
Fuck
No,
off.
not you. Sorry. Listen, I was trying to add my bank to PayPal, and it was like, oh, you can add it by putting in an account number. Now that option is gone. I don't know where it went.
You know what? Just fight PayPal. Just fucking fight them. Tell them square up, get in your fucking room, and just fight them. Yeah, like as a little kid, I learned how to do an evil laugh like really, really young, and I was just like super pumped about it. And now I know like all these different laughs, and I don't know, I can't. The first one's like, like going with the chest and shit.
Like a Santa Claus laugh?
Yeah,
I love you, buddy. That wasn't very evil.
no, it wasn't.
That one was good. That one sounds like it's gonna sell me wares that are cursed.
Oh man, my friend.
I
Come to
recently got-
Aligi's area of expertise.
What the fuck was that?
Let me sell you overalls that'll strangle you all over the place. If you're
No,
kinky like that.
I'm taking a shot. Y'all are too much this fucking episode.
Oh god. So let's try to end this Halloween episode.
Oh, we're done already?
How far into this?
Woo!
No, an hour and a
we're
half.
We're an hour and a half. Let's do the last hour or half hour of this episode. Actually talking about the fucking holiday that we're about to celebrate. Huh? Let's
So-
talk about Halloween.
Thanksgiving started in 1892.
By the way, happy birthday to my son, whose birthday will be here next week. So yeah.
Oh, happy
Happy birthday, Dono's son.
Happy birthday.
Can I get one thing off my chest before we go into Halloween?
What's up?
I made a joke about neither one of you wishing me a happy birthday, and I want to make it very clear that it was just a joke. 'Cause it sat with me. I'm like, oh, that felt mean, and then
Do you
it's
want
just
to?
been
Do you want to know
stewing.
why?
You know
I
what?
didn't
That's the
wish it
least
to
mean
you?
thing that I've ever.
Because you never made it clear what day it actually was. I never heard what day it was.
You did it? Oh, it's the
No.
11th. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was really early on this month.
Yeah.
It was after the
remember
first. It was
wishing you
okay. It
happy
was
birthday.
after. It
No,
was
you
after
didn't.
the
I
first
fucking-
episode
No,
of
but
Kids on Brooms.
no, you didn't.
did
Nobody
I-
in A and I did.
Who the fuck did I say happy birthday? Oh,
Aludra? Because we have, or no, me and Emily have close birthdays.
oh.
Mm.
Again,
Yeah.
I don't care. I thought it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
After the first episode of Kids on Brooms. Right. Yeah. Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. It's fine.
I have my reasons for forgetting. One of them is that it's my best friend's birthday's 10th. So
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
and the 11th was pretty fucking hard for me. So I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, I love. Well, yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank
Fucking
you.
love your goddamn face and all that sexiness that comes with it.
Let's move on.
Okay, cool. What, you don't want to flirt a little bit as friends?
I
Now that's a red
I
flag.
do too much of that. This is the second fucking campaign I'm in on A and I that I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna be romantically involved with another player.
Hey, yeah, it was like, oh, again? Like when
I
that
don't
started
know
happening,
why.
when that started happening, I was like, oh, again? Okay, whatever, as long as it's
don't know.
consensual, and then just moved on. I'm like, you guys can handle that. Cool. A
Because
relationship,
Rock
I
started
don't
it.
have to start with you.
Yeah, Rock started it in last season.
Yeah. Were they?
I 100% started it this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, scary stories. Scary stories to tell in the dark.
We already told scary stories.
Did we?
Well,
I
we
didn't
can
tell a
talk
scary
about,
story,
no,
did I?
well, so the scary stories that we could tell could come from the internet.
Oh.
There are there are plenty of terrifying stories that people have either conjured up from their own minds or have apparently lived through themselves on the corners of Reddit. The people's front page of the internet.
Such an underbelly. Fucking
There are
Reddit.
two underbelly. Yeah. There are two subreddits that I specifically wanted to draw from.
Neckbeard.
Shorter stories could come from 2-sentence horror,
I'm on 2-sentence horror right now, which is my
and
favorite.
longer stories could come from r/no sleep. And no sleep is apparently supposed to be Redditors sharing their scary personal experiences on this particular subreddit. Oh my god, I literally just restarted the whole process.
No.
I swear
no.
to God, I've been trying to update this whole fucking time and I haven't gotten anywhere. That's a horror story in and of itself.
Ooh.
So
I swear to God.
If people don't know what two-sentence horror stories is, it's very self-explanatory. It's people trying to write the scariest thing they can in 2 sentences. What really ends up happening is they just go completely off the wall so fast. They try their best just to like throw you off. As an example, here's one that I just popped up. My daughter cried even harder as I explained that now the cat can't come on the family vacation. Please, she cried out. She doesn't even need to breathe if I cut off the neck.
Jesus Christ.
It is just trying to be off the wall as possible. Like
Okay.
the most insane.
I've got one. I decided to kill off a few characters in the book that I'm writing. It would definitely spice up my autobiography a little.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
There are some classic ones, and I wanted to take a really quick tangent to say that I did an old series of videos on my TikTok called Dippy Scary Stories, where I
which I
took some
actually
of the
really
classic-
enjoyed. I just
took
like
some
to sell.
classic ones, took some classic ones, or took some of my own that I just kind of thought of and put them to black and white with creepy backing soundtracks. I did it 2 years ago and last year, and I haven't done it this year because I honestly did not have the motivation to do it this year. But 2 years ago, I had one that I adapted that I was really proud of, and it didn't go anywhere. Like, it was so like underground. Nobody really watched it. I don't know if it was suppressed because of how scary it was, or if it was just, the algorithm caught it at the wrong time. But my how lucky I was scary story that I told on my TikTok, I loved telling it in the way that I did, and nobody saw it.
I saw your freaking stuff and I thought they were great. I was actually a little upset that I didn't get to see them more often. It didn't push them to me in any way, because like I saw the first one, I was like, oh, okay, this is actually really cool and getting me into like
I have
the spooky season.
I have a whole playlist full of Dippy Scary Stories on my TikTok profile.
Also, I have, so on a little tangent on the no horror stories, there are horror movie trailers that I've seen that have fucking got me, and I'm just like, no, I'm not seeing that because that's terrifying. I remember seeing this trailer for a situation where like these kids were throwing a prank on this guy, like this sorority girls were not pranking this guy. The girl decided to like do foam mouth and like act like she died, and then they decided, instead of calling the police, that they were gonna go dump the body. The girl's still alive, but the guy doesn't know that and ends up stabbing her in the freaking chest to start cutting up the body. And I'm just like, no, like, and the sound that came from it was like, like it's that feeling of like when your blood goes cold. Like, it's like, oh, shivers down your spine. But that kind of shit, I'm just like, nope, I don't fuck with death. Like, I don't make jokes about being dead. Like, no, because I don't know if someone's gonna like do. Nah, fuck that.
Fair, if I'm being honest.
That is an what's the word? A fear of mine. Like, no. Hey, I'm not actually dead. Please don't cut up my body, or please don't announce me dead. I don't want to be like announced dead and then become like actually be alive.
I want to announce myself as dead.
You know?
I hope technology gets to that point.
Yeah. It's okay, everybody. I'm dead inside.
I'm totally gonna be like have like a video playing at my funeral of like, hey guys, I'm in heaven now.
Like that.
There was that Scottish guy who recorded himself who recorded himself before he died, and then he put a tape recorder in his casket that started playing as he was being lowered into the ground.
Oh my god.
Which somebody had to turn that tape recorder on first and foremost. Like, whichever sick bastard decided to continue on with Grandpa's wishes, they are a fucking legend.
Hey,
but
I was planning on playing the freaking like a guitar solo on my friend's casket as it was lowered down, but that motherfucker broke that promise. So,
damn.
Yeah. But yeah, like there's weird requests that like if you love that person, yeah, you're gonna fucking do it. It's their last will and testament. You're gonna fucking honor that shit. Anybody that gets in the way, you punch them in the fucking mouth. Like, nah, if you care about somebody, you will honor their last will and testament, as long as it's not cannibalism.
I had a friend who subtly was like an advocate for cannibalism.
What?
I'm not subtle about it.
Damn. Okay.
I'm just saying, we fix overpopulation and our hunger problem.
Yo, you want to know something that I found out? I was alive for 4 months while Jeffrey Dahmer was still alive. And that fucks me up.
Yeah,
that the fact that it happened in my time, like in my lifespan, that Jeffrey Dahmer was a fucking thing. When I think about him,
is weird though.
yeah, when I think about it, I think like, oh, that's like forever ago. It's like, no, that was in my lifespan.
3 people have actually there is one person. So the one that I like to tell in that vein is Harriet Tubman, the civil rights activist, was alive when Thomas Jefferson was alive, and when she died, Ronald Reagan was alive.
Yeah.
3 totally different time periods of history that you hear that all 3 of them are connected, at least in the fact that at least 2 of them were alive at the same time. But here's the thing about it. Harriet Tubman was 3 years old when Thomas Jefferson died. And when Harriet Tubman died, Ronald Reagan was 2 years old. Like, but we only think of Harriet Tubman, Ronald Reagan, and Thomas Jefferson as adults.
Yes.
You never think about them as children.
Yeah.
You never imagine like a baby Harriet Tubman like getting a kiss on the cheek from Thomas Jefferson. Well, that wouldn't happen anyway.
I mean,
sorry.
The one I always go to is Rosa Parks lived long enough to watch the second Shrek movie.
That one always fucks me up.
Yeah.
The fact that like that one, or Marilyn Monroe, Anne Frank, and the Queen of England would have all been the same age if they were all alive today.
Oh, so would Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King would be younger than them.
My parents were alive with Martin Luther King. Like my mom was like 2 and my dad was 8 when Martin Luther King died.
Yeah, my parents were both 4, I think.
Yeah. Like that blows my mind that they were during that whole portion and then lived through like the Cold War and shit.
Yeah.
Like that, like we think that we're going through some shit. Like, do you think about like your parents like we are going through like a lot of shit, but
the fact
like
that
our parents went through all that and are going through this.
The fact that the Vietnam War was still technically going on when Nintendo brought out the Nintendo Entertainment System is one that really fucks with me, because it's like, oh my god, Saigon had not yet fallen when Mario beat jumping.
This is y'all made me think of it. This is morbid, and this is the only time I've ever talked about this publicly. Me and my friends, like me and my best friends from like high school, we have a pool going trying to predict the next celebrity deaths.
So you have a Deadpool going?
Yes. We all get active Deadpool? We all get 2 guesses. We all get one guess that is somebody you wouldn't be surprised. If you saw the headline, your first reaction is like, oh my god, they're still alive. And the second guess is the ones that shock the world. And like, just like thinking about all this, I'm like, I wonder how many people have been doing this through history of like, how do you word that? Rosa Parks living long enough to see the second Shrek movie. When her death broke, I wonder how many people looked at it and were just like, holy shit, Rosa Parks was alive?
Yeah. There's been celebrities that I've gone through that and just be like, oh, this person they're alive? Oh my god. You know? Like
I won't out my friends, but I will say my surprise and my non-surprise. My surprise is Post Malone. I love Posty.
Like okay, what time period is this? Like this?
Yeah, like
before this year is over, or within the coming year, like 365 days from today.
essentially it's just like what like we're all in the pool.
Mhm.
It's whoever has guessed a celebrity in that pool. The first one to guess a celebrity that passes wins the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So my surprise guess, my like gonna shock the world is Post Malone, and my not surprise guess is Drew Carey.
Drew Carey?
He's still decently young.
Yeah, but he doesn't take care of himself in the slightest. The man
That's
works on TV,
true.
has all the money in the world, and he eats it away. Not that I blame
He's
him.
lost like a lot of weight, didn't he? Or has he gained it all
He
back?
gained it all back. He gained it all
Oh,
back.
Drew,
really?
no.
Yeah.
What? Hold on.
He's
Last I
like,
saw him, at least.
is he still the host of The Price is Right?
I think so.
Drew Allison Carey.
Also,
Born May 23rd, 1958. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's
he is not looking good.
He's 64 years old.
Oh my
He is
God.
not looking
My
good.
dad's older than that.
Sorry,
Okay,
bud.
so not surprised, unsurprising. I'm gonna say Gabe Newell,
Gabe Newell. Okay.
the founder of Valve, creator of such games as Half-Life 2, Portal 2,
Oh, yes.
Gabe
Yeah, I know
Newell.
what you're talking about. Yep.
which is kind of morbid for me to say because he and I share a birthday. We were both born on November 3rd.
Oh, wow.
So not surprising would be him. Surprising, I'm gonna say Jim Carrey.
Ooh.
Mm.
That's a
That
good
would
one.
be
Okay.
totally shocking because you don't know. He said that he was gonna that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was like gonna be his last theatrical film role,
Mm,
either for a while or for good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's
If
kind of
there's
done with
something going on
Hollywood.
with him- yeah, if there's
Yeah.
something going on with him,
Yeah.
and maybe there's something happening that we're not expecting. And for those of you who may or may not find this video and link it to me when Jim Carrey inevitably passes on December 29th, 2022 at 7:33 p.m. Look, it was an accident, okay? I didn't mean to call upon my eldritch power and manifest that into existence, okay? It's just I'm kind of scared now.
It is it's such a scary game to play because like nobody really wants to win. Like
No, nobody does. I will nominate Wade Barnes. No. Wade Barnes. Oh God, no, that's Markiplier's
Oh,
friend.
what the
Not-
fuck's his name?
I was trying to think of the guy, Deadpool's pseudonym. Who is
oh,
he?
Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson. Yeah.
I
God.
bring this up because this is the first time ever somebody won our pool. Somebody guessed the actor of Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
What?
Damn.
Yeah,
Wait, that guy's dead.
Yeah, he
Oh.
died.
he just died.
Yeah, he just died.
Oh my God.
He died this
That's
month.
upsetting.
Like,
He died like 3 days ago or something like that.
That's really upsetting. Oh my God.
Yeah,
yeah.
Robbie Coltrane.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the name of the actor that I'm wanting to
Should not
guess.
have
He's
said
an
that.
old guy.
Should not have said that.
My father-in-law has doubled him a lot, but he does directing mostly now. He's known for taking the first clip and just running with it.
No idea what you're Yeah. Can you think of any movies he was in?
He did like how many shots do you think I shot, or how many bullets do you think?
Oh,
I-
Clint
Gary?
Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, yeah. So
Clint
that
Eastwood?
one would be next. And then my surprise would be, I don't know why, but I feel David Tennant.
Oh, okay.
David Tennant is a fucking saint. He'd better not die soon.
Well,
But
you know, good
that's
people.
why it's a surprise.
Yeah, that's the surprise.
I thought Clint Eastwood was dead. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know he was still
Eastwood.
alive.
Born May 31st, 1930.
He's 92.
Yeah.
Yes. He's 92 years old.
His newest movie, he had a threesome in it.
Oh my God. Wait.
You can
what?
still
I'm
get it going?
serious.
God damn.
Jesus.
What is the Mule? That's his newest movie, right? He hasn't made it.
No, he has a newer one called Cry Macho.
Oh, well, in the Mule, he has a threesome.
Oh my God.
Oh my
It
god.
came out in 2018. What would that make him? Fucking 80 something? That high 80s?
Like 89-ish.
Yeah.
Was he the director for American Sniper? Or was he in American Sniper?
American Sniper Jake Long.
I don't think. Because he's the American Sniper.
It's so Oh
I love portmanteaus like that are just like so out of left field.
Wait,
I recently rewatched that show, and I totally forgot they just changed the animation halfway through.
yeah, that like bothered me
Yeah.
a lot, honestly, because they like took that opportunity to
I
change
mean, it
some of the
wasn't halfway
characters
through. It was
too.
between seasons, but still.
Yes. I googled it. They did it because they wanted to have like romantic storylines, and they're like, they look too chibi and childish. This is weird.
And now they then they
why
made
did
them
this
look
game
even
all of a
more.
sudden turn into a game of Death Note? Like seriously.
Listen,
Ooh.
So
how much do we got to put in for the pool?
No, we're not doing it.
no, we're not doing it. We're
Okay,
not.
cool, fine,
God no.
fine.
And I'm never going to admit how much money we put in our pool.
Oh Jesus.
It's more than you'd think, unfortunately.
Oh, God.
Is it a 4-digit number? Silence speaks volumes. All right, we're moving on. So, let's see here. What else? Oh God, I put like Halloween costumes, Halloween memories.
Weren't we
Halloween
supposed to do like
stories.
scary stories?
We were
mean,
getting to that. I mean,
yeah.
we did it a little.
No.
Yeah, we did some scary stories.
Oh, I've got to put in what else we've already like talked about. Hold on. A Deadpool. What
Y'all-
else?
I
Talked
don't know.
about
We kind of
Red flags in guy friends.
I mean, what's your red flags in like relationships and shit?
We already did that.
No, it was
Oh,
male
last week.
relationship. Oh.
We've done that.
Oh yeah, we
before.
did.
Okay.
Did we?
Yeah, no, we have. now
Like
that I
in
say it out loud,
relationships in
yeah.
general. Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did that. Like
What are you guys actually doing for Halloween? I'm just taking the kids trick or treating.
Yeah,
Nothing.
same here.
like I don't have any commitment to anybody to do anything for Halloween, so I'm just gonna be like, my apartment normally does like
Dippy's free Halloween night.
shut the
Go
fuck-
give him a little trick or treat, baby.
shut your mouth.
Dippy, you
What?
should go to an emo night.
Yes, do
Hmm?
it.
Go to an emo night at a
Yeah.
bar. It's always popping on Halloween.
Yeah.
Emo night at a bar.
Mhm.
Have you
Or
not
go-
been to an emo night?
Or go to a country emo night because that might be a thing in his town.
Y'alternative?
Yeah,
There's definitely
Y'alternative.
There is definitely alternative concerts now. They had a
Oh
full
God! In
long show.
Nashville, there are so like Nashville.
Look
is
it
one
up,
of the
go to
bluest
it.
cities and one of the reddest states in the union. There is definitely
Y'alternative.
alternative. But
No,
oh my
I'm just
God.
I'm just trick or treating with the kids. I got invited to a Halloween party, but it's like an hour from my house, and I don't know a lot of the people going, and I tend to be a whore when I go places, so I don't think I'm going.
Are your friends gonna have to babysit you? Listen,
Yeah. But I also
Dadley-
have no friends going, so I'm just kind of.
Dadley, I want you to know beforehand that if we ever go to a con as A and I cannot babysit you merely because I'm a terrible babysitter. Okay, I will just let you run free and just be like, just keep your phone on so I can call you when I need to.
If A and I ever got to like go to a con and whatnot, like I'm day drinking. I get too nervous. Like I am going. By the time we're on stage, I'm going to be like 3 shots deep, a little bit of shrooms in me, and ready to party. Like
You're gonna be eating your character sheet.
hi, I don't know.
If I eat my sheet,
100%.
exactly who I
If
am.
we ever did a live stream, it would be like or doing a live like that. I'd just make us do a one shot where we're playing different characters and shit. But yeah, like just because the recording of that and having to pick like just the fucking it'd be insane.
In a
So-
dream world,
Yeah.
in an absolute dream world, if A and I got to do like, hey, we're playing D&D live in front of everybody,
Mhm.
what I would do is put 2 Jenga towers on the table.
Mm-hmm.
If any of those towers fall over, the next roll is an automatic 1.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh my
just
God.
just to add a little bit of like, hey, we're all here in person. Let's add another element in that we don't get to do while we play online.
That's
Like,
fine.
Mm-hmm. I'd bring all my like physical like map stuff, so you guys could actually go and touch
Oh, yeah.
like and buy minis for you guys, so you guys could actually be able to grab your minis and move them on the map.
I would love to go to a con for with you guys. Same. I would love to. I mean, I've been invited to cons as like an influencer.
Mm.
but really all it is
I
like,
fucking haven't. How did you do that? What?
I work with a lot of companies behind the scenes. I very much
fair.
throw my name out a lot. Like,
He's a whore in business and personality, or
Yeah.
in personal. Sorry.
but I'm not popular.
That was a
enough
compliment.
to
I
get
did
any
not mean that.
perks Besides, like, no, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm a whore in every aspect of the word.
Oh god.
We don't kink shame on this channel.
Unless
I will-
that is your kink.
Kink shame.
Kink
is
shaming
my
is my kink.
That just that guy. What is he doing nowadays? He made that one like come out and face me like a man. Actually, my pronouns are they
Yeah.
them. Oh, sorry. Come out and
Come
face
out and
me
face me
like a person.
person.
I wonder what he's doing now.
I like the fucking, like, I'm a 1920s mobster and you just told me that you're they, them pronouns. Ah, good for you, bub. Take this gun. We're going to go rob a bank.
Good for you. Like no acknowledgement. Just
Yeah.
like that's how it I feel like that's how it should be. Like it shouldn't be a thing that has to come up, right?
Mhm.
I mean, unless
If you
that's
want
not
it,
how I
like,
meant that.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Introducing yourself to somebody like, "Hi, my name's Dono. Well, I'm a guy," like, or whatever.
Call
Like,
me
if
by
I were-
my fucking name, please.
It's like, hey, I have
you
a
don't
name.
know me.
But like
Oh,
when
my
referring to
lord.
them in the third person,
My
it's important
pronouns
to know
are
the
fuck
pronouns.
and you. Like, call me by my name, bitch.
Have you guys ever had? Okay, so this is a weird thing because it's kind of goes into like the supernatural, but it's Halloween. Have you ever had a
Supernatural.
moment where you feel like you have a third sense? Like it's just the coincidence was right there, like where you had made a guess and you had a feeling,
How many
Donald,
senses
how many
do you have?
senses do you think we have?
or
You've
sixth
got
sense.
Seeing.
Fuck off. A sixth sense. Okay,
You've
sorry.
got seeing.
Like a
You've got
third eye is
talking,
what I
and
meant,
that's
but like a
about it.
sixth
Your
sense.
third eye, your
Yeah.
third sense. Oh yes,
Whatever,
your third eye
fuck.
and your sixth sense.
I love
combined.
Deadly.
you, Donald.
Deadly, kindly fuck yourself.
Oh shit, I unplugged my headphones.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, I've been in one situation before where I was like, if I don't get the fuck out of here, like I'm gonna regret it. And then I saw like on the news that there was apparently like a riot at the place that I was at, like very shortly after I left, and I was glad that I got out of there, but there wasn't really anything like
hmm
beyond that. It was just like I've never gotten a bad vibe off of a person like immediately. You know?
I don't think I've ever gotten a bad vibe, but I listen to dogs. If like I have a dog with me and they get a bad vibe from a person, I'm instantly like, I'm not fucking with you. No. My dog doesn't like you. Fuck you. Get the fuck away from me. Like
Get out.
I have had so many instances in my life where I've just been like, no, and like saved my ass from shit. I've also had dreams that have come true and I've changed. It's weird. Like, okay, so I had a dream this one time about getting into a fight on like the bus and getting my ass kicked because I said something wrong. Like I was not a fighting kid when I was younger. But I remember having that, getting into the whole situation and then changing the way that I said things to prevent the fight. And I was like, shit, okay, thanks for the heads up. Weird mysterical magic powers. Another one, I was on my way to work one time and said at random to cross the road. If I had continued going the way that I was, I would have had a fucking truck go right into me because it went into the pole right next to me that I was at a few minutes ago.
I almost got hit by a car one time, if that counts.
I have been hit by a car.
How fast was the car going?
It was going probably like 5 miles an hour.
Okay.
We wanted
You were
to
not hit
test-
by a car. You were tapped by a car.
We wanted to test the automatic brakes on my friend's new Tesla, and so I let him hit me. And the brakes didn't fucking work. What's funny, the icing on the cake was the car detected me. The car, like, out loud was like, there's a person. Pop.
Bonk.
Person in front of you. Pop. person on you now.
person,
Person underneath you.
person in front. Person underneath. Person behind.
Bradley, you can't let people hit you with a car. I'd fucking do it again.
Corpse
He
behind.
didn't mean to have him hit him. He thought they was gonna stop. I've had so many times where like I've gotten a rental car and I've been like, yeah, this is one of the ones that like it stops for you and shit if things are about to happen. And people are just like, oh, let's try it out. I'm like, no, that's something that you find out, not try out.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I was going out to get my mail at my folks' home. I was like 15 at this point. And literally I had just like walked from the house to the mailbox rather than like taking a car down my driveway to get to the mailbox or whatever. And I crossed the road to the mailbox and I took it out and I was just like looking at it, just like, oh, this is neat. And then like just out of my peripheral vision, like it wasn't my peripheral vision, it was like my peripheral hearing, like my ear that was facing this way.
Your passive
Like,
perception.
Yeah, tapped my brain and went, hey, you should stop. And I looked up from the mail and looked over, and couldn't have been more than 5 feet away from me was a fucking like Porsche, like a really fast like sports car, like not like any other car that I had seen on my road in like a very long time. And as it went by me, it just kind of went, it like a rush of wind past me, and like just this, like my ears popped from the excitement of the moment more than anything else. But my foot and this car's tire could not have been more than like a hand's width apart from each other.
That's scary.
And I jumped back and landed against my mailbox and just watched that car go down the hill. And literally my next moves were exactly like this. I was just
Yep.
And I was laughing fucking hysterically for the next 5 minutes. I went into the house still laughing. My mom was like, what's wrong? And I was like, oh, nothing. I was almost hit by a car. And she was like, what?
Yeah. It is weird how those situations really do fucking like I don't know. They make me laugh because I've been in situations like that a couple times. They make me just laugh. Like
I've been in those situations in a D&D game and just been like, fucking shit. Like, just been like, oh, we're dead. Oh, we're fucking dead. And then just like, just kept going and pushing because I'm like, all right, I'm having fun. I think I've done that with you, Dippy. And like, oh, okay. Oh.
But yeah, I think the last thing I wanted to mention before we like kind of cap this off was we all wore costumes when we were younger.
Yeah.
You know, what were some of your favorite Halloween costumes that you ever had? Whether you had pictures of them or memories of them, like regardless, like some of my favorites I only remember from pictures because I don't have a memory that goes back that far.
Yeah.
But when I was like 4 years old, I had like a full body, like head to toe, my head poked through basically like a canvas that laid over me with a picture of Thomas the Tank Engine on it. And I could not have been any happier than standing in front of those people's houses. It was literally like someone took a bathroom like carpet, like a bathroom like shower mat, and draped it over me and then painted a Thomas face on it, because it felt like that, like it's not foam, it's not like cloth, it's like polyester and just like a flat piece of plastic garbage. It was like it was weird, but I was 4 and I could not have loved it any more than I did.
That's awesome.
I was also Buzz Lightyear one time.
Hell yeah.
I can see you being Buzz Lightyear. You got the face. Mine was I have two. One was when I was a little kid. I had a full out like ninja costume with the blades and the like throwing stars and everything, and I wore it to like a school event and everything, and I just felt super cool in it. My second one was when I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go all out as a new adult, and decided to do Two-Face and go like my One buddy was the Joker. One buddy, one of my friends was the Penguin. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay my friend to professionally do my makeup for Two-Faced. And they did. And I was the coolest looking motherfucker at the goddamn party. And then we went to a haunted house that was like an hour and a half away from the party. And I remember like being in there completely done up and people thought I was a part of it. And now one kid came up to me. It was just like, do you want to die? And I'm like, looked at him and I pulled out a coin. I'm just like, you want to flip to find out?
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
It was like the coldest shit that I've
what a
ever done.
great
I'm just,
moment.
and they just walked away and they just like stepped back.
And I walked away.
And I walked away. But if you get word to the wise, if you get your shit professionally done and then want to go to a haunted house, you will not be scared because they will think that you're part of it.
Yeah.
It was one of those haunted houses where they could grab you and throw you around and they just thought I was the big, tall, scary guy following people. So, yeah. But yeah, that was like one of the dopest memories I think I've ever had of like an interaction in a haunted house. Granted, one of my favorite things about haunted houses is this corn maze where it's partially barn, partially like the maze and stuff.
Okay.
And you go in and out through like the middle of it into the maze and then go through and get scared and shit like that. But to get in and out, to keep the temperature regulated inside the barn, they had these inflatable tubes that like plays into people's claustrophobia as along with their fear. And I would love to go through them because I was just like, oh, it's the squishy, and then just like disappear as I yelled room. Like, because my friends would be like absolutely scared out of them. I remember this one time with my sister. She kept grabbing my jacket while I was going and like tugging on me and trying to get like, I'm just like, I just want to go forward and continue enjoying this. And she's just like pissing herself. She's like, I'm like, stop being a baby, and like get to this room where it's like squished and everything. And I'm just like, all right, time to do this. It's like, hey, I love this part. It's the squishy. And I just disappeared. And all I hear is just her scream, just fucking scream bloody murder on the other side as she just doesn't know what's going on.
Oh.
It was funny.
I remember my school put on a haunted house where we would alternate the tour guide between God, what was it? No, we would alternate the tour guide between me and a classmate of mine. My classmate was a female, and we were just like alternating between being like a mad scientist taking the guests through this house of like creations or whatever it was. But the other one, who was not currently being the tour guide, would stand on the opposite side of a door that we had like wallpapered over for the haunted house and would just like bang on it and slam on it and scream bloody murder.
Mhm.
And at one point when I was doing that, I heard like a cracking sound, and I later learned that somebody smacked one of their like props against the door, like back at me, and broke it. And I was just like, oh, that happened. Cool.
I worked a haunted house in middle school and high school, and I will never forget, we had a hallway that was like curtained, and what we would do is we would be sitting on the ground, and when people walk by, all we would do, reach out and grab their ankles. We ended up having to make a code word. We called the code word, I don't remember at this fucking point. I think the code word was called crushed. Maybe. Because I went to go do it one time, stuck my hand out, and broke my hand because it got ran over by a wheelchair user.
Ooh,
Yep.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, we did that. We also did haunted hay rides, which really was just an excuse for a bunch of us drama kids to get drunk in the woods together.
Mm-hmm. I remember this one hayride, this like scary hayride that I went on, and I think it was during one of like me and my wife's first dates. But I remember this little kid that was like his first time doing it, and like he was just scared. Like his parents couldn't do anything to kind of get him. Yeah, it was one of those moments where it's just like it doesn't matter what you say, mom and dad, because it like you're supposed to be doing this. And so I just looked at him and just like, hey, Like I just remember giving advice to this kid that was just like, oh, okay, and then he just enjoyed everything. Like he stopped looking at it as like a scary thing. It's like, hey,
That's awesome.
like I just told him like if this wasn't safe, why is there all these people doing it? And him like escaping his like mindset of like anxious and panic and just being, oh, okay, there's a reason that all these other people are with you and stuff. It's like, you're gonna be safe, kid. Like, don't worry about it. Your dad's here, I'm here, and whatnot. We're all just here to have fun. And it's like, oh, okay. I have a question. I know we're about to wrap up, and we need to
Yeah, what's
do.
up?
We
By the
need to
way,
do. Are we gonna do our draft thing this time?
We've got to
as
do
well?
our recurring segments, of which we had the. Oh, did you have any items for us this week, Dadley?
I can pull some up. I didn't.
You can be
plan
honest and
any
say
this
no.
week.
But
I like I said, I didn't plan any this week, but I can pull some up. If
But,
you don't want to.
All right.
while he's doing that,
I will look up
What-
Urban Dictionary as
Okay.
well while you continue to.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
what
no,
were-
something, but-
what was an assumption that you made about us before you or made about each other before we knew each
literally
other?
talked about this last.
Oh, we have. Damn it.
episode. This,
We
this
did.
exact question came up last
This was
episode.
this was part of the comedy special.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. This was part of the comedy special.
You guys are so bad at
we
this.
turned it into a roasting session against
That's
each
true.
All right. I got magic.
Oh yeah, I
items up.
remember that now. Oh.
and I got a fucking like
Alright.
weird Urban Dictionary one. Mine is
You
short.
do. Yeah, you do yours.
What are we doing?
Apparently, I'm gonna copy paste this word because I don't know how y'all would pronounce this. It's in the Zoom chat.
Cornobble.
Cornobble?
Cornobble. Yeah,
Cornobble?
Yeah.
Cornobble?
You mean Cornobble?
Cornobble? Cornobble? To cornobble someone is to smack somebody with a fish,
Oh.
according to Urban Dictionary. So,
I will copy
and
and,
the
paste that
example
into
sentence,
chat.
and the example sentence is, "I cornobbled Jason, smacks Jason with a fish." And it's just
I like it.
what? I mean, sure, if you wanted to call it that, or a divorciary, the anniversary of a divorce.
Ooh.
That's fun.
I text my parents every divorce parent. I do. I text them on their failed marriage's anniversary and the divorciary.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I text my father every year, happy anniversary. He's like, you know, my new wife hates that, right?
That's
right.
great.
I
All
got
right.
2 Halloween themed magic items for you.
Oh please.
Oh yeah.
So
Favorite
we'll
fucking
do,
thing.
I'll fucking actually, you know what?
I'm not gonna lie.
Since
This is
you-
like one of my favorite segments
I
that
will
we've made.
roll for it. I'll say odds is even. Odds is even.
Odds is even.
Odds is even.
Odds
Odds
is
is-
even as odds.
Odds is Dippy. Evens are down.
Oh, okay.
All right, Dippy, you up first.
Oh,
It is a dagger that is made. So the handle is the stem of a pumpkin, and the rest, the hilt and whatnot, is like the harder outer shell of a pumpkin.
In the gourd
so a pumpkin dagger.
or skin.
Kind of a gourd, yeah. But yeah, a pumpkin dagger.
Well, gourd dang it. Gourd dang it. that was never gonna work.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. So
There's something there.
obviously the pumpkin carver has to do something to like aesthetically modify the flesh of whatever it cuts.
Ooh. Okay.
So like I think you
Pound
can
of flesh?
like you have okay. This is gonna get a little niche, but hear me out. This is gonna be like a weapon that you use ornamentally to like assassinate somebody, right?
Mhm.
So you have advantage on stealth checks when wielding the weapon, or at least you have advantage on your first. You have so. How do I put this? You have advantage on stealth checks
Okay.
so that you can sneak into somebody's room in the middle of the night.
Yes.
You have advantage on sleight of hand checks
Ooh.
to silently attack a person and them not
Okay.
wake up and notice. And after making a successful performance check, You can carve any design into a person's body part.
So
I
real
would say
like assassin rogue,
primarily like a torso, right?
Yeah.
So like if you were to carve a design into somebody's torso, you could then like pull the chunk out and whatever you reveal under and whatever was underneath like turns like hollow.
Okay.
So they're just permanently walking around with this like design on their like this. It's not illusionary. You see where I'm going with this, though, right?
Yes, I totally get it.
It's like 99% of an illusion.
Yeah.
Because like it's very real. They can stick their finger inside of the hole that you created and feel that there's nothing there.
Yep.
But it doesn't kill them. Otherwise, it just acts like a regular dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Dono.
Yes.
Your magic item is going to be the first crossbow we've ever gotten.
Ooh.
And just like this is one that like I thought of the idea of how it would look literally like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I just say this is what it is. Like DM quick moment of like you pick it up and you see that like the arms that would be reached out of the crossbow, it is in the shape of a bat.
Ooh.
It is in the shape, like in the silhouette of a bat. And so the crossbow has a big bat on the top of it.
I like that.
All right. I don't really have like a clever name for it. I'll think of something eventually. But this magic item allows you to summon a bat through a shot and use it to, 1, investigate the area. So it's basically the Find Familiar spell.
Ooh, but you can launch it.
But you can launch it out and then connect to be able to see around you. So basically you are shooting a arrow that you can, it has like the sight seeing, so you can like see everything. But at the very end of it, it becomes a bat and comes back to you.
That's a very practical, that's awesome. Holy shit, I really like that. It
comes like a utility thing. It also comes with, I'd say that it comes with like different spells in which you get like Devil Sight with it. It's a legendary magic item. You would get Devil Sight and then be able to cast Darkness with it. But Darkness is shot through, like you have to choose a target to have darkness around it and then shoot it. So it's kind of
like that.
So it's got like, it can switch out. And then obviously if you want to, it does necrotic damage against a creature. It life binds you with a creature. So when they take damage, you gain their health or gain half their health. So it's like a distant vampiric touch. So
I love it. Hell yeah.
Very, very detailed, Donna. I love it.
My quick rundown on them both for making them dumb magic items is the pumpkin carver. Any attack roll that is a failure chips away at the blade a bit. And so slowly it deteriorates and whatnot because all pumpkins fucking rot out and then sit on people's front porches every Halloween. And the bats and the bat crossbow, every attack you make, every successful attack on the same opponent swarms them with the arrows. So like the second attack, that first arrow is still there flying around like a bat. So the more attacks you do in a row against the same opponent, it adds a little bit of damage.
So it's like stacking. It's a stack.
Yeah.
Yep. So it marks them. You can find them. So it's like a hunter's mark. But then every time that you shoot them, it gives the other bats so it stacks together. And so like first shot's 1d6, second shot's 2d6, third shot's 3d6. I would say the moment that you miss a shot, it resets.
It's over. Yeah.
Well, Dadley,
yes,
you're always giving us items. Let me go ahead and see if I can give you an item for a change.
Okay, I'm down.
Can you come up with a stat blocker, an interesting mechanic for a great sword in the shape of a tool that you use in pumpkin carving? Like, so
which tool? Like, are you talking about like something that's serrated?
Okay,
or like,
let me tell you what I'm thinking of. The very thin, like kind of pokey and proddy like
okay.
knife that you like
Yeah.
stick through the flesh and you just kind of saw away, kind of like a jigsaw.
Yes.
That's
So,
what I'm trying to think of. Is a great sword in the shape of a jigsaw.
all right. So this does, I would say right off the back, this is like a +2 weapon
Oh yeah.
immediately. A +2 weapon that you can. All right, so it's serrated. You can use one of your attacks in your action to make like a sweeping attack, almost like going essentially focused. We would call it like focused aim or focused parts or
Mhm.
whatnot, of like specifically attacking the ankles will knock them prone or the arms to drop weapon, kind of like fighter's dice.
Right.
But the serrade being able to latch on to armor or skin or something like that,
Oh,
dealing a little extra damage and having a side effect of knocking them prone or whatnot. But with the caveat of serrated daggers and swords are really dangerous, and in that one, you are causing damage to yourself with this
Alright.
sword.
Yeah.
So I just pulled up a chart that's a D20 roller. If you guys want
Okay.
to like try and, so we can make a random item and then try and figure out what it is, like what it does.
We talked Patreon. I don't know if we talked Patreon before or while we were on stream. We talked about maybe making a Patreon. And this is one of the biggest things I want on a
Yeah.
Patreon is just a big here are all the magic items we make.
All right, so
Yeah.
everybody get a D20. It's got
Okay.
4 things to it. So
4 things.
yeah, it's
Primal
just 4
Goddess, do you have a
categories.
D20 on you?
I have a D20. Yeah.
I have a D20.
Primal Goddess, do you have a D20 on you? Apparently, we need 4 rolls.
Oh.
Where's my notes? Or was my sticky notes? God damn it.
Oh, hang on. Is stream still up?
Stream's up.
Okay, my stream was loading. Sorry.
Okay. So
Where's my fucking whiskey?
while you're figuring that out, Dippy, let's go with you.
Sure.
Roll me a D20.
Right in the middle. 10.
10.
And
I'll
we're
tell
doing
you
the
what it
Dapper
comes all
draft
together.
shortly afterwards.
Roll me another.
Oh, okay.
Whew.
And again.
10 again.
Whoa.
Moon.
Moon.
Damn it, moon.
Another real quick.
Oh, we're all rolling 4?
It's rolling 4 times for each person.
Yeah, it's to add like what's the thing, and then you get to like put down what the description of the item does.
4.
4.
10, 10, 4. And then I'll roll my last.
And then last one.
18.
18. Okay. Okay, so first, I do need to know what this word says. It's Tasset. Tacit?
Tassel.
Tacit?
Tacit?
Tasset.
Yes.
Tacit.
Okay, so you have the Velvet Tacit Cursed Crafting.
What in the fuck
A
have you...
tacit is the armor that goes on your upper thigh.
So whenever you kneel down, whenever you get on one knee, you have advantage on checks using one artist tools of your choice.
Oh, that's actually, yeah. There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
Simple enough.
So, Dadley, roll me.
I got all 4 of the rolls.
Okay, first one.
10.
The velvet.
Let's roll that again. We're not gonna do that.
12.
12. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, it's not velvet.
It's 12, 8,
Okay, it is okay.
20,
The
20
lace
is-
chest plate of
and
scary
5.
And then 5.
mending.
Yeah.
The lace chest plate of scary mending.
This is weird. It just came up with the stupid of stupid.
You're not wrong about one of the words there, Dippy. Chestplate is one.
Oh my god!
So it is the wool chestplate of pure Wayfinder.
Wool? chest plate of pure
Wayfinding.
Wayfinding.
Sorry.
This is a chest plate.
It's just a
that-
sweater.
Yeah, this is a sweater that points you in the direction of the next cup of coffee. It's a sweater that points you in the direction of.
Alright,
It's a
that's fine.
sweater that always knows where true north is.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's perfect.
All
Yeah,
right, all right.
That's all it is.
Do I need to do this? I don't know if I
If
can.
you want to.
Okay,
I love
so
that. I actually
2,
really
I
love-
got the steel.
I just so you know,
14.
I named that magic item boyfriend material.
Oh my god. So steel
God damn.
cloak.
A steel cloak.
Yes. Of dire healing.
Grounding. Probably.
Dire healing.
Uh,
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
this cloak acts as plate mail, but doesn't give you the disadvantage in sneak. It also makes it so you can make 2 rolls when not doing a healing spell and take the higher roll. So when you roll to
I
heal,
would almost,
you roll
I would
twice
almost
and then
say
take the higher of the 2.
Yeah.
dire healing sounds like one of 2 things to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're either doing a lot of healing all at once or you're only healing when you hit 0. So
Yeah.
if to me if you are wearing this cloak when you hit 0 hit points, you are immediately brought back up to full hit points, but it disappears
Mhm.
afterwards.
My idea for this was when you drop to 0, the cloak drapes over you, and everyone has disadvantage on attack rolls on you while you're down, as well as adding +2 to your AC.
Oh, I like
So
that.
it's like a
But
tortoise shell.
It's like a
Yeah.
turtle shell if you drop to 0.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not
fellas.
bad at all. All right, drafts.
That's a
Well,
magic
that's,
item I would put in a game.
Yeah,
actually, that's pretty
100%.
cool.
All right.
I
Are we
can
ready?
send you guys the link to this if you guys want to like fuck around with
Very
it.
nice. All right. Are we ready?
Are we doing a draft before we
doing-
wrap up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the Dapper Draft.
The Dapper draft.
The Dapper
It
Draft.
was the Dapper draft. The Dapper draft.
Throw up the graphics. Dapper Draft. Dapper Draft. Okay, so we've done Pokemon. We've done candy, which sucks that we did candy before Halloween. Like before the
We did it for
Halloween
Dapperween.
episode.
Yeah.
Dapperween. It was during Dapperween though. For this Dapper Draft, I'm gonna put up something different.
Hit me.
So the context is that this is for a 5v5 basketball game,
Okay.
and you're picking your team of cryptids
Oh.
to play a
God.
5v5
Yeah.
basketball game. I'm gonna call this cryptid basketball on my sheet just so
Dippy,
I'm not lost.
Great fucking idea. All right,
Do
roll
I
these
know
procedures.
enough
Go for it.
cryptids? Is my question.
I do. I
If
absolutely
you have,
do.
I will say that if you do not know enough for your team, then you can like look up a resource to find some more if you
Okay.
have to, but only if you like desperately have
I
to.
fucking don't
Hmm.
because I don't know
What-
if it's just
Wikipedia has a list of cryptids you can pull
yeah.
up.
Common cryptids, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, just to double check myself, I think I'll pull up that list too.
Oh,
So
I know some of these. The thing is that I know a lot more superheroes than I do this, and I know that some superheroes are based on like fucking shit. So
do you know any Halloween superheroes, Dono?
Dead man.
yeah, Daredevil.
No.
Daredevil's not a
I
Halloween
guess.
superhero.
Yeah.
Yo,
Closest I would think is Ghost Rider, but even then.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider's a good one. All right, rollies to see who goes first.
Yes,
All right.
as per usual.
I rolled very fitting for me. 12.
Nice.
I got an 8.
I got 17, so I
All right.
will
You're
be
up first. Dippy.
lucky-
in the
you.
end. I will be the first and last, as per usual. And I feel like I've just got to go with. I'm also taking into account like if you think of like a horror monster that isn't necessarily like from American folklore or anything like that, just something like an SCP would count in this list.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
SCPs count like horror monsters that aren't technically part of the SCP count, which is going to be my first choice, Siren Head.
Ah, okay. All right.
I mean,
I
come
think
on.
you're missing good opportunity here, but
I know.
Alright.
I'm hoping that my next few don't necessarily get picked, but like, you know, that's the the risk that I take by taking Siren Head first.
Okay.
I'm going with what feels like a no-brainer with the Jersey Devil. It has wings, it can fly, it's gonna be shady as shit on the field, it's gonna get its fouls. I don't give a
True.
Okay.
shit. The Jersey
Duh.
Devil's where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck, man. All right. I'm gonna go secure this one. Mothman.
Ah,
God
Mothman was my next
damn
fucking
you.
pick.
Damn you.
Mothman is another great
Mothman
fucking
is
pick.
best pick for this.
And then
Yeah.
I am going, because I didn't know it was a thing until just right now, but it's in Ohio. The Loveland Frog.
The what?
What's that?
It is the Loveland Frogman. So it is a man that is a frog, which I think would hoop like a fucking.
Okay, you know, that thing probably got mad up. Yeah.
What the fuck? The Loveland Frogman? What in the world?
You know, there's nothing to do in Ohio, so why not make up cryptids? There's a
Yeah.
lot that are in Ohio and
What in
Canada
the
and shit, dude.
Okay.
I'm going with a classic. I'm going with
Mhm.
someone who's like been first draft pick probably most of his life.
Mhm.
Bigfoot.
You say this?
God
Bigfoot.
damn you.
He's tall. He got the height. He got that fucking defense.
Fuck.
Built like a brick wall. He's good.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I've got to go. I'm gonna pick maybe a like a power forward here, someone who's gonna get to the other side of the court pretty quickly,
Okay.
and just like bob and weave underneath everybody. The Chupacabra.
Ah, that was fucking. Nobody's gonna want to block the Chupacabra. Nobody's gonna want to get up on it.
The Chupacabra. Gotta love the Chupacabra. And I'm surprised that no one has said this. I don't know whether you'll allow this or not. Slender Man?
He's a new age one.
Slenderman was okay.
He's like a new age cryptid, right?
I'll allow it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad that you're allowing that.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Dono again.
No,
No,
it's
Dadley
Dadley.
again. Sorry.
Yeah. See, we're already kind of fucking running low on
Yeah.
like the good ones. I'm just gonna go. Where the fuck did it go? I can't remember its goddamn name. The fox, the trickster fox in Japan.
Oh, the
A Kitsune?
Kitsune, yeah.
Maybe? Yes. He's not gonna be that good at basketball, but he's definitely gonna fuck with the other team.
How do I spell that? It's
I don't know.
Kitsune.
Trickster
Sure.
fox spirit.
Kitsune.
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 Mine.
Kitsun.
Kitsune. Yeah, okay. Mine, I have to say it correctly or else I'm gonna get flagged. The Ninjin. Nigen. The Ninjin. Which
What is
is a aquatic humanoid whale-like creature supposedly inhabiting the
Subantarctic Ocean.
Arctic Ocean.
Okay.
I want a fucking cow or like whale to play defense. Fuck that.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
I don't have to block you if I am the wall. Okay.
Fair.
Okay. Now I'm at the beast part of this stuff. Oh, wait. I'm trying to remember what it is.
You really can't think of any outside
The
of, like,
Michigan
this-
Dog Man.
Michigan
Jesus
dog.
Christ. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh god.
I thought it was Dogma.
Oh, well, it's Dog Man,
No,
Dogma.
it's Dogma is completely different.
Dogma is a religious
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
All right.
No.
Oh shit! I could have had this. Fuck me. Okay, that'll be my last.
I'm struggling with this one because like part of me is like now thinking SCPs,
Mhm.
but I also like I don't know how much down the rabbit hole y'all are with SCPs. Because I don't remember any SCP names.
Oh fuck.
Besides, like, okay, this one, and feel free to veto it. I don't remember the number, but there's an SCP that's just a box full of paper dragons.
I seem to remember reading about that one.
Yes.
I don't know the number.
I feel like the box is an encrypted.
Hold on,
and
if
it's
we can
mostly the box.
confirm, box of paper dragons SCP. It is SCP 1762, otherwise known as Where the Dragons Went.
Yes. I have another one locked and loaded if that one's a no-go.
I don't know, Donald. What do you think?
I mean, if he wants to do it,
Sounds plausible to me. I mean,
Yeah,
a
go
box
for it.
full of
Okay.
paper dragons? Sure.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
You get one dragon,
Let's
though.
call it SCP. Yeah, you only get one dragon out of
No,
them.
I want the box of them all. That's why I'm
All right,
thinking of-
fine. They're
It
on the
has, like,
sidelines
fucking
waiting
right
for.
there.
1762.
They're on the sidelines waiting for people to get out.
All right. Loch Ness Monster.
There's your subs. Loch
Wait,
Ness
Loch
Monster.
Ness Monster?
Okay.
Yeah.
What water is there gonna be?
On my court, there's gonna be water.
Oh
There's
yeah,
gonna have to be water on Dono's court.
Yeah,
There's
y'all are
fucking
picking.
Loveland Frogman and Ninja.
Oh wow, it's almost like y'all picked people who would be bad at basketball if they need a pool. We're not making water polo teams over here.
The Loch Ness Monster doesn't need a pool. It's semi-aquatic.
It's just gonna be like, don't pass me the ball, but I will block.
Yeah,
He's just outside
just laying across the 3-point line, just like no one can get.
We both got great defense going on right now.
You do. You absolutely do. I've made some pretty good offense. Y'all have some great defense.
All right, Dippy, what's your last one?
I guess the last one, I'm gonna have to pick the rake.
What?
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to pick the rake.
I'm trying
Because
to
nobody dare look at him or they
Yeah.
die. So like if nobody's looking, he can score as many points as he wants.
My next pick is very similar to yours of the Mongolian death worm.
Oh
Fuck
god.
you, dickhead!
The thing's like 50 feet long. It's gonna take up the entire. Have fun playing on a death worm. The Alaskan bullworm.
The Alaskan bullworm. This
All right.
went so far off the rails, and I'm so glad that it did because it's the
Fine
best
then,
one
I have
we've
my
had so
backup.
far. Your
All right.
last one.
Yeah, I have my backup. The Thunderbird.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Overcoming all defense, jumping being so goddamn
Yeah.
high, and then just lightning bolt a fucking dunk.
Fucking unbelievable. So, your 5v5 cryptid basketball teams are Dippy with Siren Head, the Chupacabra, Slender Man, the Loch Ness Monster, and the Rake. Dono with Mothman, the Loveland Frogman, the Ninja, the Michigan Dogman, and the Thunderbird. And Dadley with the Jersey Devil, Bigfoot, the Kitsune, SCP-1762, and the Mongolian Death Worm.
I really think I have this one.
I don't know,
man. Thunderbird, the moment that he gets
The
the ball, it's just
Dono,
dunking.
Half your team are just people dressed up as animals. Dogman, Frogman, Dogman. You just have a bunch of furries.
We're the man-mans. Did I tell you guys that my daughter is absolutely like scared of furries?
Oh,
We went to
good.
Comic-Con, and like she had a cute little furry, like someone that was it was actually like a cute outfit, come up right to her, just be like, "Hi!" And it's like a little kitty outfit. My daughter loves cats, and she's just like, "Oh!"
Oh,
Like,
no.
she started screaming, and we were just like, "We're sorry," but she's like, "No." Just oh my god, it's the funniest fucking thing.
Lesson learned. Don't make a basketball team full of furries. Thank you for tuning into this Dapper Draft. See you next time.
All right.
And there's the recording done for the Dapper Draft. At some point, I'm going to get an editing program to put those together.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Want to start wrapping up?
yeah. What's your guys' life events?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about this at all.
I guess I'll loop this all the way back around and complete the flat circle that these episodes tend to be, and just say, don't be fucking afraid to tell people if you got something going on in your life, because it'll make it less painful.
Yeah, open up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Open up that fucking pit you call a heart.
Open up the safe, bitches got a lot to say.
And now please stand for our national anthem. Opened up the safe, bitches got a lot.
Donald, do you have any, or do I have to go?
Go.
I'm
You
still
go
thinking.
first.
I go first. Fuck! No, it's fine.
Rock,
And-
paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Can't Rochambeau right now.
Okay.
Rock,
Rock, paper, scissors.
shoot.
Shoot. Fuck.
Oh my god, you both were
Rock,
Rock, paper,
paper,
scissors. Shoot.
Ah!
Ah! I go first. Okay. Okay.
So who's going first?
No, me. Because I lost.
What did that okay. Yeah.
I lost, Dippy. I lost. I'm a fucking man of my word. I lost. I'll go first. Okay. Goddamn.
Well, I didn't. Jeez.
Dippy, shh. Stop interrupting people. I'm talking.
Fuck.
Donald, do you...
Yes, I haven't.
I just wanted to fuck with you. All right.
All right. A mighty large red flag when meeting somebody is when they give off a list of things that they have done in their life. It is better to have somebody that is able to talk about in the moment and enjoy it than someone who has only enjoyed moments in their past. I don't know. Fuck. That sounded somewhat like cool and stuff. I don't know.
That was like almost deep.
Yeah. My life advice. So I'm currently dressed as how 16-year-old me thought 26-year-old me would be. And just like, don't be afraid to grow or change, because like, I'm not disappointed that this isn't how I dress every day. I mean, I never made it as a wise man. I never even made it as a poor man stealing. Never.
Want to be a
blind man?
Blind man. It's
Nickelback! All right, everybody. Your adventure matters. Till next time for initiative and stay dapper.
Bye. Happy.